What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. I am so glad I got up here a couple of minutes early so we can chat a little bit before Monday Night Raw starts. How are y'all doing? We're back at it again. I've been streaming a lot this weekend with Money in the Bank and my predictions, and now this. We hopefully have a decent night here ahead of us. Go down here and say hello to everyone. All right, looking good on my end. Hey, yo, Barry, First Almighty and River, Jared, Ratnick, Evan, Cody, Jamie, Beetle, John Moxley. How's it going? What are you going to do on during Double or Nothing? You going to work the show, or what's going on there? But anyway, I figured I'd come up here. It's only 3 minutes before showtime. I was hoping to get up here like 5 or 10 minutes early, but this is the best I could do in case there was anything we need to discuss, because all sorts of news coming out of last night's Money in the Bank with Brock crashing the party after 7 guys went out there and killed themselves. Brock waltzes down to the ring in the end and pulls down the briefcase. Holy shit. So, of course, none of us are real happy about this, but the bitch of it is that some of the stories coming out of last night are kind of weird in terms of them really keeping Brock Lesnar's return under wraps. Nobody apparently knew about it. They didn't even inform the talent what was going on. Word is they told everybody Ali was winning. Now, if that's true, that's messed up. That's like the Hartford, Connecticut screw job. So if that's the case, that's just effed up. I mean, if things aren't a mess right now as it is behind the scenes and you have a lot of frustrated talent, is this what you want to start doing? Not informing people or misleading your talent in the main event match, not even tell them what the hell's going on or clue them in to what to expect, especially when they're going out there and sacrificing their spinal cords, backs, necks, head, chest, breast and skin and fingers and everything, you know? Killing themselves out there, and then Brock gets to come down and take the belt. Now for a heel, it's a shit ton of heat. We are kind of getting sick of him, and it almost it screams desperation. You know, ratings are in the shitter, and WWE is and Vince primarily most likely is like, oh, we'll bring back Brock. They're claiming that this was decided a week ago, and that everybody just kind of kept it a secret. And then they were going to make it look like Ali was going to win, or make it seem like Ali was going to win, and then they screwed him in the end. So I don't know if that's just going to do even more to help the career of Ali. I mean, this is the type of shit the WWE might even want to do on purpose to kind of spark that Daniel Bryan or Kofi Kingston type of fan support that guys get, especially when they're being jerked around, you know? And Ali almost kind of lost one opportunity already with the black eye. You know, and now he's lost another one. So this could only maybe help him in the future. You know, he'll eventually get his day and it'll all work out in the end. But for the time being, this is not fun. And Brock is going to open up the show tonight on Monday Night Raw. So we'll see what he has to say. I find it funny, too, that Brock, a guy like Brock, is actually partaking in this briefcase shit. Because I've always thought I like the concept of the Money in the Bank briefcase. But it just got a little bit, I don't want to say animated, but just a little bit too stupid. I don't like the briefcase itself, let me put it that way. I think it's a dumb-looking prop, this bright green-ass thing that apparently the talent has to travel with. Like Brock's going to walk on a plane with that damn thing. But it just, to me, it looks like a toy. Looks like a toy. And I think if Brock is going to come out there with that, he needs not touch it. He needs not hold it in his hand. Paul Heyman just needs to grip it and clutch it tight. And Brock can just go and bounce around and do his normal shit. And as far as the cash-in goes, I don't know. I'm guessing Saudi Arabia. We know Brock is booked, and he's going to have a title match, right? Taker and Goldberg are working. What else would Brock do if he wasn't working for the title? So you'd think he's going to cash it in right now, which that's my biggest problem. Not only does it suck that Brock himself won the briefcase, but now if he cashes it in and uses it in Saudi Arabia, that means right off the bat, you know, a week, 2 weeks after the show, we've got 0 briefcases. I wanted to see somebody hang on to it for a while, for a few months, maybe cash it in down the road, maybe even as late as next year at the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. But that ain't going to happen now if Brock announces a cash in here at the Super Showdown. I guess we'll find out. We're about to find out because Raw's kicking off now. Let me say hi again, Steven and Howeezy. Good to see you in here. Down Ice, AJ, Mike, all y'all. What do we got? Oh, over 100 people in here already. Nice. All right, here comes the Beast in the Bank. Shut up, Cole. We know what it is. And he's going to say Beast in the Bank. Watch. $100. I don't know why I'm turning it up so I can hear him. Huh. That's so clever, Michael Cole. Did you just make that up? Brock, okay, I changed my mind. I didn't want Brock to carry the briefcase, but now I do. Because he's treating it like a boombox. Never mind, I stand corrected. Brock carrying the briefcase is perfectly fine. Now he's tossed it to Paul. And now Brock's bouncing around like normal. Okay. Well, that was fun. Yeah, Michael Cole was saying Beast in the Bank during the commercial break during Modern Family. I had USA Network pulled up when I was kind of prepping the stream here, and his stupid voice comes on and says, Beast in the Bank. And I'm like, Jesus, Raw hasn't even started yet, and he's already saying it. All right, Brock's dangling that thing in our face. Oh, the crowd loves this. So they're in Albany tonight, huh? Not the best cities. Hartford, then Albany? Do they even have a Marriott there for Brock to stay at? You know, he's got to have, like, first-class accommodations. Are we going to get an explanation for who hung up Sami Zayn? Was it Brock? It's just such a random thing to do to Sami Zayn. You would think Brock would just beat the shit out of him. No, I'm going to tie him up. All right, they're recapping the entire Money in the Bank match and some of these insane spots that these guys took last night. And then here comes Brock. Ali was on the ladder. Apparently Ali got hurt when Brock tipped over the ladder. Is that the deal? It looked like an okay bump to me. Brock didn't look like he did anything unsafe. He just tipped over the ladder. Shit happens 100 times every ladder match. If he got hurt, whose fault was that? Brock's or Ali's for falling wrong? I think Brock hurt a cameraman too. And he's rocking out to that briefcase. I wonder which cassette tape is in there playing. Probably George Michael. Paul Heyman, that's a crazy suit, man. We get it, Paul Heyman. What's their explanation for him entering the match, too? Like, can't the McMahons just come out there and strip him of the briefcase if they wanted to? Brock is kind of cracking me up. Hey, Vontae, I'm kind of with you. I mean, deep down, I really didn't care that much. It's just like, Jesus. It just makes me wonder, like, why? The surprise was good. Any surprise is good. Oh, I would have preferred Ali over Brock as well. Hell yeah, Evan. Only problem with Ali is just baby faces with the briefcase are boring. I prefer a heel. They can tease us, taunt us, take advantage, be a scumbag, that type of shit. To me, that's more fun than a babyface saying, oh, I want to cash it in right now, fair and square. But I ain't going to go to bed on Ali yet, because I think this is only going to add the fans' support for him. In the long run, it might turn out to be a good thing for his career. Because it's going to piss off his supporters.
Gentlemen, with these conspiracy theories, you give us way too much credit. Why
I could have maybe tolerated Brock winning the briefcase had he actually been in the match. Because I think Brock in a Money in the Bank match might be fun. I don't think he's ever been in one. I think he'd do some crazy shit in there. Like, to other people, not to himself. He'd be an interesting person to have in there, put it that way. That, at least I could have been something I could have at least bear, you know, if he actually was in there competing, taking a bump or two, just strolling out there and grabbing it. Oh my God, what heat. All right, Heyman's talking about the contract. Paul Roman, thanks for the super chat, brother. Greetings, as promised, I keep my word. I owe you several weeks ago as I drank up the super chat. Well, thank you. You don't owe me anything, man, but I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by tonight, too. And Mike, to you too, man. Thanks for the $5. I did see Jericho's tweet. Yes, to those of you who asked me about that. Autumn, you did too. I thought that was great. I just like the fact that Jericho's like, zero fucks, you know? He'll call him out.
The whole world is not against you. The bad news, Brock Lesnar is against you. And I'd rather have the whole wide world and the WWE Universe against me than have Brock Lesnar against me when I have a Universal title to defend and a contract that guarantees you having to defend that title any damn time Brock Lesnar demands that you do.
All right, well, here comes Seth to talk about this. I mean, the one thing about Brock having the briefcase, it would be cool if this motherfucker would wrestle on Raw, you know what I mean? How long's it been? 2002? Christ. Like, how is this guy a multi-time champion and he hasn't wrestled on the main show in 18 years? Like, what universe does that happen in? WWE's universe, apparently. Jesus. Steven Scott, thanks, brother, for the $5. Non-wrestling question, do you think the Pistons would have won in 88 if Isaiah hadn't gotten hurt? Yeah. Didn't that series go 7? I can't remember. Yeah, but it was Pistons-Lakers and they lost, and the Pistons-Lakers the next year and they won. Yeah, I think they had a chance, man. They were rising. They were like the Bulls and the Pistons later on, how the Bulls were inching closer to Detroit and then finally surpassed them. It was like the same deal. They would have been 3-time champs. That would have been awesome. All right, Seth and Brock.
But I am not in a good mood because I've got to come out here and I've got to see this. Brock Lesnar with the Money in the Bank contract. Look, let me just cut to the chase. I'm out here trying to be a champion that inspires people. I'm out here trying to be a champion that you never had the guts to be.
Yeah, that's what they should do here. Because Seth needs some fuel behind him too as a babyface. Have him tear Brock apart here about this bullshit.
I beat you at WrestleMania, and I'm damn sure I can beat you again. But I don't want to wait around to you be a man. You cash that thing in tonight, and it's you versus me for this Raw May.
Well, that's a first. How many times has a champion challenged the fucking briefcase holder? Come on. I mean, there's no way this is happening, but still. How is Brock? I mean, is it going to take a McMahon to make this not happen? How is Brock going to possibly walk away from this? Are you going to walk away? The beast in vagina.
The sword of Damocles is over your head. But this is Brock Lesnar's game of anticipation. Which means you have to wait until Brock
Yeah, if Brock fails to cash it in,
cashing in the money
if he fails,
contract.
would he be buried? I can't believe WWE buried Brock Lesnar.
You should be used to waiting, Seth Rollins. It's like waiting around 7 hours at WrestleMania for your girlfriend to main event the show that you dreamt of main eventing since you were.
That's great. Brock with a little Becky Lynch call out there. Oh, come on, Seth. You got to push him harder than that. Come on. Just nutshot him, Seth.
Hey, wait a minute. Who said he's worthy? Who said you're even worthy of stepping in
That is not an.
Brock Lesnar? How do you
I would not rule that out. We are pro wrestling. As often as this motherfucker wrestles,
contract?
the contract itself might expire before he cashes it in. Brock will forget about it. He'll just leave it on his kitchen table. And it'll get covered, buried in laundry, and then he'll forget it's there, and then he'll just keep going to TV without it.
Yes, it is. For Brock Lesnar. Maybe we're envisioning Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston. Anything of that one, Seth? That's a new game.
Oh, Lord, we're going to have both champions out there? Yeah, because now with this damn briefcase and this wild card crap,
And Corey, this is
you would think that both championships are in jeopardy here. And a lot of fans speculate, oh, they might move Brock to SmackDown, it's going to Fox, and all of that. I still don't think you need to do a situation like this to get Brock over there. If you want Brock on SmackDown, just put him on SmackDown. Like WWE needs to give us an explanation. As horrible sense as all their crap makes, go ahead, just move him over there. Just have Vince McMahon come out on TV and says, I changed my mind. Brock's on SmackDown now. Done. So I'm not convinced that Brock holding the briefcase is a way to get Brock to SmackDown. I think he can get there without it. Is my point. And there better not be some three-way here for both belts or I'm going to lose my shit. Spectre, thanks for the $2. Thank you for stopping by. Last Super Chat for a few weeks. It's all good. Well, I hope you're at least sticking around and watching. That's totally cool, man. But I appreciate all your support always.
I want to be remembered as one of the best WWE champions of all time. And I can't do that unless I beat the best night in, night out, every single time, defending this championship against the best.
Kofi,
So Brock,
you do not need to be challenging Brock.
congratulations on becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. But if you're gonna cash in that contract here tonight, I'm gonna need you to cash it in on me.
Kofi, you are stupid.
You know what I just realized?
I'd be in the bathroom, way in the dark corners of the arena, locked in the handicap stall,
Champion, the WWE,
standing on the toilet so nobody could see my feet.
and you're both
I would not be in the ring challenging Brock Lesnar.
to have a main event match for your title against the reigning, defending
Please don't do a three-way.
Tonight, that the two of you are not done for the evening. And since the two of you will most likely be out here later tonight, Brock Lesnar and the contract ain't going anywhere. In other words, gentlemen, as they used to say in the TV commercials, stay tuned. The beast is yet to come.
Well, I like they're at least they're going to tease. And Brock isn't getting on a plane or going home, or he might actually be. I still don't think they're going to do a cash-in tonight of any kind, but... I'm worried this is going to lead to some three-way in Saudi Arabia. And both belts are on the line. Oh, here we got a... Mick Foley showing up in a fucking RAV4. And he's got the belt with him. Kurt Hawkins, why are y'all hanging out in the garage? I mean, Titus, I know why you are. Dana. Oh, what are Lashley and Zayn friends now? Don't you remember the obstacle course? And the sisters? I need an Iran pay-per-view. Yeah, we speculated last night what the title will be. TV title, I mentioned that. Maybe it's a belt just defended on Raw or SmackDown or pay-per-views. And not live events, but that would be weird. All that does really is just add another title. Some version of a hardcore title, but I'm not really that big on that. I think they could do it okay. Because like I said last night, no DQ matches and shit are all pretty good. But hardcore title or a 24/7 rule, I just don't think it would work today. Don't think it's a women's title. But the idea of a Legends title has been tossed around as well, which is basically like a 50 and up title, which is just weird. And Taker and Goldberg have the big match in Saudi Arabia. Maybe they're going to award the belt to them. And maybe it'll be something like Braun Strowman's belt from winning the Battle Royal. They'll just award it to the guy, but they'll never really do anything with it on TV, really. Except for maybe Saudi Arabia shows. So it might be a bullshit title. I don't know. Don't look at me like that, Braun Strowman. It makes me uncomfortable. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin Dunn, for getting that off. I quit. Well, thanks for the $2. At least the heat's off Roman right now. Everybody's all mad at Brock. Now they're sick of Brock. Yeah, I'm not a fan of him winning the briefcase at all, but I don't want him to, like, go. I want him around. It's just that being champion for a year and a half is all that bothered me. I don't take it to such an extreme where I'm like, oh, I never want to see Brock. He's ruining everything. No, keep Brock there. You know, the dude's a draw. He is money. Like it or not. But what I don't like is what they did for that long stretch there where we were a Monday Night Raw every week. You got no championship, and Brock is just sitting on his ass, and he's wrestling virtually nothing and just sitting with the belt. It was getting old. Like, really, really old. So Brock used from time to time in big matches, I'm fine with that forever. I don't necessarily need him to go away. But shit like this, it feels like it's a lot like Roman Reigns. I'm like, oh, every time there's a panic or something, they go back to these proven entities. I just don't think you need to. I think you could have just as well given the briefcase to anybody in that match. We should have known something was up. Because I think if Ali or McIntyre was going to win, it wouldn't have been the main event. It would have been in the middle somewhere. So with them closing the show with that, you knew it had to be some sort of major surprise. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Barry, exactly. That's another thing that I hope does not happen. If Goldberg winds up winning and he beats The Undertaker, you know, does he come back and face Brock again? You know, if you have Goldberg winning in Saudi Arabia, maybe he's going to want a taste of the championship, and then we do Brock and Goldberg again. I thought they ended on a perfect note. I thought the WrestleMania match they had was a lot better than the WrestleMania 20 match, and was pretty good considering Goldberg didn't work at all. His previous match with Brock was 25 seconds, and then he worked with Kevin Owens for 5.5 seconds or whatever it is. You know, and then he's going in there and finally having like a 10, 12-minute match with Brock, and it was like not horrible. So I'm good. As a wrestling fan, we survived that one. And it ended in a good way. Don't bring it back and ruin it. You know? And WWE too, I mean, I'm not... With Brock having that briefcase, it would be really hard to imagine him not successfully cashing it in. You know, I just... they might want a championship on him when they move to Fox. That's very possible. That could be why this is. You know, we've heard all the backstories of Fox, these specific things that Fox wants. I'm not going to believe any of that. Or care, really. You know, Fox wants this person on the show or that person. WWE can... They prove to us every week that they can make up the rules as they go along. There will be no roadblocks for putting any piece of talent that Fox wants on SmackDown. The wild card rule makes that happen now. But even if we didn't have the wild card rule, they can just do whatever the fuck they want. So they'll just start moving people over there and create some bullshit reason why they can do it, like they just did with the wild card rule. So I think when they do move to Fox, they just might want their guns loaded and just ready to rock and roll, because now they've got All Elite Wrestling that's going to be debuting their show as well. So they might want the big guns out. You know, they might want belts on people like Brock and Roman and Charlotte. I don't know why, but that's in their heads. I'm trying to think from there, the way they think, not the way I think. But I can see that being a possibility. And Brock holding gold and having that name attached to your brand as you go to the Fox network is probably valuable in WWE's eyes. And here is Kofi and Seth going for a stroll. Now they're talking to Triple H.
Look, I was going to tell you guys what you ran out there before I could get to you. Two of you, impressive last night. You're going to team up tonight. Tonight's main event. It's Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin.
Oh, great. Two champions are going to team up in the main event. Big fucking surprise against Lashley and Corbin. While Sammy's in the ring, awaiting Braun Strowman. Just seeing Kofi on the show and seeing two titles on the show again, you know, like we did before the brand split. It's just like, why not even have the wild card rule? Why just not just forget about the whole thing? You know, like, might as well. And Strowman will be taking on Bobby Lashley at the Showdown. I literally give less than a half a shit about the Super Showdown. Toxic Awesome Vids, anybody who asks to see the screen is a test tube baby. That's the rule in here. Cable is virtually free. It's so fucking easy to find the USA Network somewhere, so pay your damn bills, boy. There, I answered you. You happy now, you self-centered punk? Corbin in the main event, you've got to be kidding me. Well, I'm not looking at it as in Corbin in the main event, I'm looking at it as in the two champions are in the main event. Corbin's just their opponent, and hopefully he'll lose. But knowing WWE, he'll win because they pin champions a lot. Oh, Lord. I love that Lashley and Zayn are, like, somewhat on the same page. It's like they've made up. I know you're not telling me to shut up. deal with you later. All right, whatever. Now Sammy's running. What kind of truck is he going to throw him into this time?
Some sort of assist. This is not going to be pretty. Sami Zayn just trying to stay away from the monster among men.
Yo, those are nice chairs. What are they doing?
Talking Zayn. Zayn trying to do everything he can to crawl away from Strowman. It's funny to you, Cole. You're giggling. This is wrong. This is not okay.
Turn off the TV now. I'm not doing anything differently. I've been doing this stream for a fucking year and a half, and I have all my settings the exact same way every week. I ain't touching them. You can hear it.
Trying to somehow fight out of this.
Point proven, Braun. Jeez.
And Braun carrying Sammy's carcass back down to the ring. The so-called critic of the critics, Sami Zayn, in trouble.
Is this a match, or what the hell is this?
Steel post.
What are we even watching here?
He's trying to as he drives.
Is the new belt green? We got confirmation on that?
Gutsy competitor Sami Zayn is.
We already have a green belt. Braun has one.
Went for a third post.
They're also having a 50-man battle royal on the Saudi Arabia show as well.
Barricade.
Early picks to win that, not that it matters.
Dangerous Braun Strowman.
It's going to be a really fun show to read the results of. God.
Into the post yet again.
I'm still amazed by shoulder post bumps.
Oh my God.
Official, it's a match now.
Oh, it's a match now. Good.
Sammy won it as Braun Strowman runs through Sami Zayn with a wicked clothesline.
Predictions for the first AEW champion? I don't know. I'm not even sure when they're going to crown that.
Sammy.
Probably Omega. I don't know what the hell's going on with Pac and Paige and all that stuff. The match is off. We know that. They set something up overseas. They did do the match.
Sami Zayn just flattened again by the
Would have been really cool to see like a Pac Omega match or something. But I don't know how they're going to set that up or crown the champion. But since Omega was kind of the big crown jewel signing of the company and the promotion, my early money would be on him.
takes care of Zayn.
All right, Braun Strowman beats Zayn.
Braun Strowman turns his attention to Bobby Lashley at WWE Super Showdown 2 weeks from Friday. I'm gonna turn my attention to this. The goddess is here.
There's this weirdo Nikki Cross. Now she's like half normal.
Moment of bliss with special guest Raw Women's Champion Becky.
All right, Becky with the one belt, just like I wanted.
Since losing one of her championships.
She's going to be a guest on a Moment of Bliss.
Wrecking ball, one of the most destructive forces.
Here comes Mr. Message Board.
The Freak speaks for the first time.
The Freak speaks. Jesus, Michael Cole.
Mike made the top 10 hot dad bod.
This weighs in. Oh, dad bod. The A-lister is not supposed to have a dad bod. The spring finale of
The Freak speaks. So what's he going to do? Just come out to the ring, cut a promo? Watch your language, Lars. All right, pretty solid audience in here. Smash that thumbs up if you don't mind during commercial break, since it's a commercial. If you're on your phone, just tap the screen. If you're on your computer, tap the mouse, which my mouse is loud as shit, and I apologize for the click, click, clicks.
Little Caesars 5-meat feast. A large pizza with pepperoni and sausage and ham and beef and bacon.
Oh yeah, you might want to subscribe too, because I'm here all the time. We're getting real close. We're on the cusp of some of the early changes, you actually being able to see them. I'm not sure if this is going to be the last week. I think it might be. If this is the last week, if it's not, it's the next one. Of this particular like background. I'm gonna get the fucking camera away from my kitchen and give it a more polished look. So I'm working on that. That'll probably come next week or the week after at the most. And I got video ideas and new segments and shit like that that I'm kind of working on behind the scenes and all sorts of other little things. And it's coming together. So hopefully there won't be too many more weeks of it just being live streams. I'll start giving you some new stuff. And I'm working on it. It's all going very well. But it's been fun kind of taking a little mental break as the live streams are very easy, and it's given me a chance to work on that stuff behind the scenes, and WWE sucks right now anyway. And it's a nice little break before All Elite Wrestling kicks off as well, and I want to be ready to rock and roll for that. So It's going to be a fun summer with lots of changes, and by the time we get into that fall schedule with All Elite Wrestling and SmackDown on Fox, we're gonna have some good-looking videos here on the channel. So sub me and hang out and stay with me. And I'm here every Monday, watching Monday Night Raw, suffering through these 3 hours with usually a pretty good amount of you guys. So thanks for everybody for hanging out. My downstairs neighbor is rocking some music. I think he's listening to one of those Money in the Bank briefcase boom boxes that Brock had. I'd actually buy that. If they had the briefcase with like speakers in it and a tape deck. You know, I'm surprised, Ellsworth. I've had virtually everybody say that they like the kitchen, and I fucking hate it. You know, because I mean, it's California. It's expensive to live here, so you know, my apartment isn't huge. You know, so I gotta kind of make do. So my little office area is where like a dining room in most apartments would be, and that's my kitchen right behind me. So I kind of want to just turn the camera so I have my big media shelf over here on display instead of my kitchen, because to me my kitchen looks bush league. But everybody's like, no, the kitchen is great. So I don't know why y'all love the kitchen. Maybe it's because you see that you can feel that there's beer in there and it's close to you and it's making you happy. I don't know, but I want to change it up. So if everybody insists on having the kitchen back, then fuck, I guess I'll move it back to normal. But I'm gonna try this other way first and just play around, play with some things. And plus, I'm getting a new camera, so the camera will be a lot clearer, a lot sharper. All right, Caruso's in the ring. What you got to say?
Charlie, I'm not sure I'd be smiling because one of the most destructive forces in the history of WWE is marching to the ring for his very first interview here on Monday Night Raw.
I don't know if I'm a big fan of those beards. The beard without the mustache part. Like the Amish beard or whatever it is. It looks weird. Down Ice? That's actually a really good question, man. We are, what, 25, 26 years into Monday Night Raw? Will we ever see an outdoor Raw? We haven't had one. We've had a couple of domes. We've done Georgia Dome, Sky Dome. I don't think we've had an outdoor Raw. Interesting. How have we never had an outdoor Raw? Maybe. Maybe that's coming. And thanks for the $2, by the way. That's got me thinking now. Okay, I don't care about the damage he's inflicted. Mike Witt, thanks for the $2 as well, brother. Brock was doing his stuff. Brock was doing his Bug Zoom Off imitation tonight. Yeah, he was. Oh my god. Bug Zoom Off. He turned out to be quite the little pervert. I think he landed himself in jail for some sex with minor charges or something like that. Something creepy as fuck. But yeah, Buck, I remember him back in the AWA. Mullet, mustache, same thing. Had the boombox. Oh my god, he was horrible. Brutal. Yeah, we know they've had outdoor nitros. They used to do that quite often. Down in Florida. They did a couple Florida shows a year. They'd be with a pool and everything, remember that? Hell, the very last one was outdoors. But Raw has never had an outdoor Raw. That's interesting. Like, they thought of every other stupid idea to do on Raw. How come they have never attempted that? Too much work, I guess. Pain in the ass. Charlie asked him what his goals are. Oh, good. The Pinata guys are coming out. Oh man, they forgot their pinatas. They're probably going to get fined. Creative's going to be mad that they forgot to bring the pinatas. It's part of your gimmick. Take it out there. Triple H will have a talk with him.
They perhaps have Lars Sullivan right where they want him, surrounding the freak in the ring.
Surrounding the freak in the ring. I do kind of like the way Michael Cole says it.
Flying double drop kick. And look at Sullivan may be rocked after that double drop kick. And Sullivan
guard.
Still on his feet. And now three-man drop Sullivan out of the ring. The Lucha House Party holding their ring here tonight.
No respect to the Lucha House Party.
And the Freak cannot believe what has happened. I wouldn't get ahead.
Yeah, WWE's had some outdoor pay-per-views, but in terms of Raw, no. Yeah, WCW, they had a bunch of outdoor ones. Bash at the Beach. They might have even put a Great American Bash outside a time or two. And Road Wild and all that shit.
Sullivan exploding out of that 2-on-1 situation and now just running through Lindsay Dorado.
Lars Sullivan moved the entire
His poor Pinata guys are getting work. Now, Lars, he looks pretty good. He got gaffed open on the top of his head last night when he was out there. Blood all down his face.
Now just growling at the Lucha House Party.
Hey, Catherine, there you are. Just thinking about you. When are you, like, going to Paris or Timbuktu or Africa? What's going on with you again? Refresh our memories.
A bone-crushing slam.
is not done.
So he never did cut his promo, did he?
Reputation as a walking slaughter.
Not that I give a shit. All right, now watch. Is this camera angled and it's going to cut to the bottom corner? Nope, they're going to save him.
Trying
Oh, look at that.
to teammate. The smartest thing they've done all night.
And they live to survive another day. Okay, so that's got to lead to a 3-on-1, right?
Some fight here tonight against Lars Sullivan.
He's going to destroy all of them in a 3-on-1 handicap match at some point. Probably at Saudi Arabia. Shut up, Cole. All right, they're recapping Seth and AJ from last night, which was a very good match, and we knew it would be. I would almost have preferred it maybe like on a bigger stage if they could have just held this one off for SummerSlam, and I think that might have been the initial idea. I thought the first person to get a title shot when Seth won would be Baron Corbin, but I think they kind of changed their mind when the ratings reflect such shit with him. And I don't think Corbin would have won or anything. I think Seth would have beat him. I just think that maybe WWE said, oh, let's go with AJ instead. Just a thought. I don't know if it's true or not. And it was a great match. There was a handshake at the end. It was a clean win. So I don't know if you do another one, how you really do another one. But I'm glad he won, and I am glad he won clean. I like it when champions have quality wins over quality opponents. I mean, Seth won the belt at WrestleMania. He's the champion. You have to put him over. And he beat Brock Lesnar, no less.
And after coming up just short in that classic match last night versus Seth Rollins, we'll have an exclusive interview with AJ Styles as we hope.
All right, we're getting an interview with AJ next, so AJ will either kick off a feud with someone else or he'll mention Seth Rollins and allude to a rematch. And here comes Ricochet.
From phenomenal to incredible.
How long before we get Lars versus Strowman? You know, Mike, Lars is on SmackDown, right? So he's kind of showing up here every week. I thought it was good that they drafted him to SmackDown, or they shook him up to SmackDown, or however the fuck it worked, because it kept Lars and Strowman separate for as long as possible. But Lars has been on TV on Raw every single week. But if he's going to be on Raw every week, whenever he's done with the Lucha Party, I'll tell you what now, on paper, Ricochet and Cesaro is sexy. But in the middle of a Monday Night Raw, in a meaningless match, it's not as sexy. But Mike, I wouldn't be surprised if that's something WWE does relatively soon. And especially if they really want to get Lars over, then they're going to, what, have him beat Strowman? Only to lose to Roman in the end? I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, with Ricochet and Cesaro, you put the IC belt or the US belt on either one of these guys and have this match at a pay-per-view, and I am all in on it. But here on Raw, I don't know.
Take it back for something smaller with the CarMax 7-day money-back guarantee way. Whatever your way, that's the way car buying should be.
I'm a hatter on WWE? I'm a hatter? All right, you say so.
Because there is a difference.
Don't know what it means.
Pearl way. Whatever your way, that's the way car buying should be. Okay, did you win?
It's like with all the content on YouTube and all the personalities on Twitter and all of the fans on social media, me of all people to be labeled a hater, I think I'd be like way down on that list. I think there's a few people who've got me in the hating department. Maybe one or two.
Turn on the backyard light.
Our everyday diet is very acidic. It can cause damage to the enamel. With the new Pro Enamel,
It cause damage to the
toothpaste,
enamel.
We can help actively repair enamel in its weakened state. It's innovative.
What's going on, Nick? What's going on, everybody in here? Thanks for getting them likes up a little bit. If we can kick them up a little bit more, I would really appreciate it. Since it's a commercial, it's not like we're doing anything else. We can all click our like buttons together. Here, look, even I'll do it, because I never like my videos. There, liked. Liked by GoodMicWork. Now help me out. Follow my lead, y'all. And subscribe. And tell your sisters and your moms.
Did you know with Vanishing Deductible, you can earn $100 off your deductible for every year of safe driving? Sing that.
Vanishing deductible. You can earn
Yeah, hey, Andrade's Sunset Powerbomb last night, that was the one where Balor went springing upward, right? That was good.
safe driving.
That was good. And what I liked the most about that bump is it looked great, and it didn't look like it killed Balor. I mean, yes, he landed on the ladder, but he got a lot of spring. There was a lot of give. It wasn't like taking it flat on the floor or even in the ring. You know, the way it was on that rope like that, I think it limited the damage to poor Finn's spine, and it also looked real good because it bounced him a few feet in the air. So it's like one of the better ladder match spots to where it looked great and nobody had to die. I'm a fan. A lot of guys took bumps, man. Everybody was getting rocked out there. Balor took a bunch of bumps. Ali did. Sammy, I think, got eaten up pretty good.
The Raggies, a new series premieres June 4th on USA.
Don't miss The Secret Life of Pets 2 in theaters June 7th.
All right, Ricochet and Cesaro. I'm interested. Is Cesaro going to come out to Sheamus' music again?
Show you what this young man went through last night in the Money in the Bank contract ladder match at the hands of Drew McIntyre. See the grimace on the face of Ricochet, and this is why the hands of Drew McIntyre.
God.
Ricochet launched through the sky in the XL Center into the fight.
I mean, he cleared the top rope by 2 feet. Check out Randy Orton just kind of sitting on the floor watching like, damn, that sucks to be you.
Stop babying him, Doc. That's why they call you the bubble wrap generation. After last night, you deserve to be hurt. I might be
Oh, is this how the match got set up? Is because Cesaro was giving Ricochet shit in the training room?
Come on, Doc. Give him the ice and give the night off to his
Chill out, Cesaro. At least it didn't knock his teeth out, asshole.
It's not hurting too much to compete tonight. Really. We're smart enough, kid. Doc, take him up.
Hey, the match I like. Like I said, on paper, looks beautiful. Man, Squirrely Gaming, I don't know, man. My memory, thanks for the $2. My memory is so scrambled with those. Y'all are probably better at coming up with the best TLC bumps of all time. I'm going to go old school and go early. The two big ones at WrestleMania 17 where they crashed through 100 tables. Is this new theme music? And the Edge Hardy bump. All right, Cesaro's got some new shit. Let's listen to it. I don't know. What do y'all think? Is it good or what? It's kind of like cinematic. Sounds like a movie trailer. In a world.
Well, I also think this is great strategy for Cesaro. Coming to Monday Night Raw at the from the Superstar Shakeup from SmackDown as we invite you to not miss the Secret Life of Pets in theater June 7th.
What is Michael Cole promoting?
Big back body drop by Cesaro. The point I was making was Cesaro wants to make a name for himself here on Raw. How do you do that? You call out the likes of Ricochet, who went through hell last night. You can see Ricochet's body broken after the Money in the Bank contract ladder match. So Cesaro
Shut up, Cole.
prey on that. He's going to take advantage of it.
Right, it's a very wise decision by Cesaro. Ricochet's been making a lot of waves here on Monday Night Raw. He's on the
Yeah, I think, and plus with new themes too, it always takes us a while to kind of get used to them. There's been plenty of themes that I didn't like when I first heard them, and turned out to like love. I remember the first time I heard Stone Cold's like Glass Shatter theme. It was like in your house in like '96, and I was like, wow, this sounds weird. It was just kind of like a shock because I was used to the other one, the slower one. And I was like, what is this? Sounds weird. I remember thinking like it sounds weird. Now I couldn't imagine them without it. So it takes some time. Oh, commercial. Gotta be a commercial. Yeah. It's just so hard to watch Raw, you know? Like when you can tell, or at least I can, a solid 10 seconds before we're going to commercial, that we're going to commercial. Oh, so you leave tomorrow. Okay, 10 p.m. Shit. Don't get locked up abroad. I don't want to be seeing you on the TLC channel. Yeah, and I speculated last week or whenever that was, last time I was streaming, we heard him using Sheamus' theme, and we were like, what the hell's going on? And I speculated that he might be doing that because they're making him a new theme. Because otherwise, they would use his theme that was kind of mashed in with Sheamus's when they were the bar together. They would just go back to Cesaro's theme, but they didn't, which made me think that they're making a new one, and then here he is with a new one. It's kind of a funny vibe to it. I don't know. Like I said, it sounds like a movie trailer, like a cinematic type of score, but I'm open to anything. Better than coming out to Sheamus' theme. You're right.
Nobody burned down his she shed, Cheryl. Well, my she shed's on fire. The she shed was struck by lightning. Zachary, is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
You hear that, Victor? I'm getting a new she shear, she shed. She shear? That's wonderful news.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Yikes. Called your cops on your neighbor? Good. Fuck that guy. Sounds horrible. Let's check over here on Twitter during the commercial.
Honey, I think we might have bankers. What? Yeah. Did you open the checking account? You did put this on me.
Yeah.
Oh man, eating cheese and drinking wine? Now you can do that in France, that's for sure. So we've got Ricochet. I'm wondering if this match might not even last till the top of the hour, or if they wrap it up in just a couple of minutes and they have Foley come out at the top, or are they holding Foley off? Got this weird streaming commercial on here now. Oh shit, I did? Maybe I'll sing it. I didn't pre-think of any cool lyrics this week. Plus I worked this morning. I'm very tired. I never work Mondays. About the TV title? Hey, I would love to know how you pronounce your name. But yeah, we speculated on that last night. Maybe Mick Foley debuts a TV title. I don't think so. I was kind of pitching like, oh, maybe a TV title, it's defended on Raw, SmackDown, or pay-per-view only, but how's that any different than anything they do really aside from live events? So I don't think it'll be a TV title, but it's possible. I liked the WCW TV title. I liked the TV title matches they would have. They had some great TV champions. William Regal and Arn Anderson and lots of guys. Yeah, I watched some of not all of it, but I did watch some of Becky's 24/7. I got to finish it. But it was pretty good. I knew it would be. All those are really well produced and well done. Those Chronicles are good too. But thanks, Mike, for another $2, dude. Worlds Collide title. Yeah. But you got to think, though, Foley being the one to unveil it, unless he's just a random legend they're grabbing, but it seems like he's got to have a reason to do it. So it could either, number one, be a version of a hardcore title, which I also don't really want to see, because he's Mick Foley, or it could be that Legends title, because he's also a legend. So I think one of those two are the most likely. Maybe a Cinderella Dark Horse could be another women's title, but I don't think so. I think if it was going to be a women's title, they wouldn't shut the fuck up about how it was going to be a women's big announcement for the women's division or something. I mean, Mick Foley has a good relationship with the Divas. They all love him. They tell stories about how much they adore him and stuff, so it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility, but just knowing the way WWE sucked its own dick about the women's division. And Ricochet just ate a forearm, I think, out of a 360 or something. But I think if it was a women's title, they'd say so. Ooh. Damn. Gorilla press into a backbreaker. And he neutralized him too? That's it. Cesaro with the win. Nice. Well, they're playing off the fact that Ricochet is not 100%, and Cesaro took advantage, beat him. I mean, do we have any... I mean, I've completely given up hope, but he's not too old yet. We've got some time with Cesaro. He can still do it. 5 years after we thought he was going to do it in 2014. But I would love to see him get some gold. I mean, you can start small if you have to. Give him the U.S. belt or something. But, like, don't you think, like, a properly pushed and booked Cesaro, who's booked strongly, would make a great opponent for someone like Brock Lesnar? I mean, this Cesaro wouldn't. But you book Cesaro for 6 months, the way you do Roman Reigns, and then you put him with Brock, it could be fucking epic, man. But we can't have that. We can't do anything good. Because why would you? Oh, that's right. That was the... So he did a backflip off of... It was something out of the Spirit Squad. Ricochet has all the tools to be a world champion. He does. He's got a screwdriver and a hammer and a saw, pliers. Hey, look, AJ, someone you're taller than.
Last night he came this close to defeating Universal Champion Seth Rollins after losing in a classic match.
Cesaro and Walter would be awesome. Hells yeah, I'd watch that.
Back to square one. I've got a lot of hard work ahead of me. That's okay, I like hard work. I like working hard for something. That's what I do. And the truth is, I can beat Seth Rollins. It just wasn't last night. He was the better man. He beat me fair and square in the middle of the ring. I lost. And there's no shame in that. There's a reason why Seth Rollins...
Thanks for that super chat, Chris. I'll answer that in 1 second.
The phenomenal AJ Styles.
What are you get a Corbin Styles feud next? Because I said that before the commercial break, where in AJ's promo here, where he's either gonna maybe hint at a rematch with Seth, or since he lost clean and did the handshake, he'll start a new feud with somebody else, and maybe it's this bald prick.
Yeah, I said that. But this coming
Can you imagine having no hair? How stupid he looks.
Also, getting fired as general manager, I don't know, it doesn't hold me weight.
You want to talk about the past, AJ? Well, 2 weeks ago, I pinned
Stupid
Raw
voice.
Raw, something you didn't do last night. And that proves you didn't deserve to face Seth Rollins in the first place. Matter of fact, it was a slap in the face that you got that opportunity.
I really want to answer the super chat, Baron Corbin. Will you shut the fuck up, please?
It wasn't a slap in the face that you didn't get an opportunity for the Universal Championship. But what is a slap in the face is this.
Oh, that's a real slap in the face. Slap him harder than that, AJ.
You'll pay for that one.
Corbin, you got a match later. Get the hell out of here. You stupid fucking, where are my cheese fries? Oh god, Roman's here. Also, fuck the brand split. Anyway, Chris Ludecki, thanks dude for the $5. Who's the next wrestler who will create their own push like Brian Kofi or Becky that management isn't paying attention to? The next one currently? Oh god, that could be anybody. Probably Ali. Although I think management is paying attention to him. They certainly have plans for him. Hell, they did a chronicle on him, didn't they? You don't do that just for anyone. You don't do that shit for fucking Leo Rush. Alright, commercial break. But currently on the roster, I don't know. That's the thing. There's no way to predict that because there's so many other factors at play. There's so much that we, the fans, don't see. You know, it's like how only 5% of the universe has been detected. You know, it's like the same thing with wrestling. We only see 5%. We have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, which members of management likes or dislikes which wrestlers, or any personal issues that come around, or any roadblocks, creative differences, Vince issues, anything like that. Contract statuses, all that type of shit will really determine if a person even has a chance to kind of get himself going like that. But just based on who the fans currently really adore and really respect, I don't know, man. Ali's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. As far as baby faces, you know. I think a lot of people have just kind of lost faith in guys like Balor and shit like that, so I don't know. I'm trying to think people in history, too, who have had kind of bubbled up like that. You know, I felt like Austin, in a lot of ways, created his own push. You know, a lot of that Austin stuff was his idea. It wasn't written for him. He wasn't sitting in creative meetings for hours, scripting that shit out. A lot of that shit was improvised. Bret Hart, in a way, created his own push just by going out there working hard and having kick-ass matches to the point where they needed to crown a new champion. They're like, Bret's proved himself. The audience loves him. Put the belt on him. Not one single person will complain. Not the fans, not his peers. Not one. Except for maybe Hogan. First Almighty, you've been enjoying my streams? Thanks. Been cool having you here. Pretty good audience in here tonight. Nearly 300 people. Be cool to get them likes up. See, it's a commercial. It's the best time to do the likes, is during commercials. And make sure you subscribe. We are trucking towards 30,000 on the YouTube channel. So I'd like to get there at some point. One of these days.
This would be awkward if you were sharing these nachos with anyone but yourself. Nachos are now a meal with your choice of double the seasoned beef or slow-cooked shredded chicken plus a medium drink. The $5 Grande Nachos box, only at Taco Bell.
Your buddy, your pal, Scott Stanford. I do like Scott Stanford. He's great. I mean, if this wild card rule is going to be the beginning of just dissolving the brand split altogether, then I'm in favor of your idea. Whatever the fuck your name is. You don't need 2 sets of tag team titles. Unify that shit. I don't even think you need 2 women's world titles, but I don't think they're going to unify those. But at least put those tag teams together. Kofi got a peek. Oh, you know what? By the way, shout out to, I know her name is Ren. She follows me on Twitter. She is right at ringside on the show right now. Go give her a follow at Rendowgird. Rendowgird. She's at ringside for Monday Night Raw right now in Albany. Give her a shout. She always retweets my shit. Here comes Shane O'Mac. Alec, last night's views weren't huge on the stream on the Money in the Bank. I don't know what it's at. Probably just about no more than this at a time. Alright, so let's have this SmackDown feud on Raw.
Just remember that the yard is this big, especially compared to the best in the world.
Oh, shut up, Shane.
And I proved my point last night in a brutal steel cage match against The Miz, and I walked out with my hand held high in a victory. And just for everyone's edification, I am now officially done with The Miz. Done.
Oh, Jesus. Bring out Okada to the WWE, team him with Nakamura, and call them the Kamikaze Experience. Hey, how about this? Managed by Ric Flair?
I can't get out of my mind what you did to the chairman of our company.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon. My dad, again, is the WWE personified. He is a global treasure.
Mike Witt, thanks for that super chat, brother.
Struck him to the ground. I mean, Rome, I gotta ask you that question.
I'm going to answer that with a video. Or with a link, because I have a mic drop up on that very subject, where I was and what I was doing. I'll pull it up here in a window and grab the link and post it below. As Shane talks shit to Roman here.
I don't know about y'all, but I hate spoiled rich kids.
So do I.
And you said a whole bunch of crap, but the only thing we heard is that you're done with the Miz.
Alright, Mike, get ready. Here it comes. This link is for you. That is your answer to your super chat right here. There it is.
You think you're done with Elias, but see, Elias isn't done with you. No, and Roman, one fluke victory doesn't prove anything.
Well, I don't see Elias here tonight, so if you have beef with me, I say we squash it right here in this ring tonight.
I don't know why. I mean, is this going to lead to a match between Shane and Roman? Joey, you don't get it? Because Ric Flair, that's all he drinks. He drinks kamikazes. It's a little pussy shot with like vodka and other juices in it or something. It's not even straight. It's what girls drink. And that's all Ric Flair drank throughout his life. That's the type of shooters he would do.
Let's not leave it up to us. Let's leave it up to them.
Where all the rest of the wrestlers were men. They just drink straight Jack. He's drinking kamikazes. I'll have a kamikaze, please. Yeah, when is this going to happen, Shane? Not tonight. Shane winning last night surprised me too. Oh, he's taking his jacket off like he's going to do something. You ain't going to do shit.
Oh, Shane's ready to go.
Well, that's not happening.
See? No shit, Shane.
It's not definitely not happening here tonight. Because I do what all spoiled rich kids do, and I control my destiny, and I do what I want, when I want. And Roman, don't forget this, I'm your boss.
The interesting thing, just a few nights ago at my restaurant, I gave out 20 kamikaze shots. We had a big party celebration, and then one person was like, I want to buy like 20 shooters for everybody. Here comes Drew McIntyre. And he's like, and I just want it to be like something easy to drink that's not too like heavy and everybody can just do a quick cheers. I'm like, what about a kamikaze? Because they're for lightweights. Well, I thought Elias was Shane's lackey. Now Drew is. and we had Drew and Roman last week, and we're going to do it again. I was happy that they didn't actually beat Drew last week, but maybe they'll beat him this week.
Getting back to your challenge between me and you, it's still not happening here tonight. But I accept your challenge, and that is going to happen at Super Showdown.
Oh, great.
And Roman, the last thing that you will be hearing when you wake up from being unconscious is this. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match and the best in the world, Shane McMahon.
Spoiler rich kid. After Super Showdown, you're gonna say what everybody else says around here.
What's that?
I just got my ass kicked by Roman Reigns.
All right, let's go ahead and end this promo. Can we?
Read that.
Please. Kevin Dunn. Commercial. I'm begging you. All right, so Shane and Roman, Super Showdown, whatever. River, you've been subbed? Well, sub again. There's Becky 1 belt. Were they selling Becky 2 belt shirts? That's hilarious. Well, we know we're going to get Lacey coming out there and crashing this. Yes, Paul, wipe off the briefcase. Just common fans could have touched it with their nacho-covered fingers. You got to wipe it off. Who has a yellow rag just sitting around? All right, here come the Usos. They're on Raw, right? The Usos. Because they wrestled the SmackDown Tag Champs last night and beat them. I think they were moved to Raw. I don't even... I'm starting to lose track of who's where now. I literally don't know. Man, if I was Punk, I do not know. I would just show up at Double or Nothing. They'll let them pay me. Oh my god. Hangman needs an opponent. I think Jon Moxley might be the more likely choice. I mean, Punk hasn't been in the ring in I don't know how long. Can he really come back and have a match at that high level that quick? I suppose. But it might be, I think Moxley is more likely. All right, Usos are here. We're going to a commercial break. I will be back in just a second. Don't go anywhere. While I'm gone, maybe you could do something like, oh, I don't know, smash like buttons or some shit. I don't know. It's up to you.
Make sure you do it with a twist. Twisted tea, hard iced tea. One with a twist.
Oh, yeah, twisted tea. You know what I'm not drinking? Twisted tea. That's for sure. All right, we are back. Commercial break still going on. And we can resume. Chris, we have not had the reveal of the new belt yet. Foley is here. He's rocking around backstage showing it at everybody. But we have not gotten a chance to see what it's about yet. I don't know if they're going to wait till the top of the hour. We're only 1 hour into Monday Night Raw. I don't know when he's presenting this. I don't think it's going to be the main event. I think Kofi and Seth tag match will be. So I would think it'll be the top of the next hour here. So probably in like 45 minutes. I would think. But I could be wrong. Yeah, for some reason I was like kind of oddly excited about tonight's Raw. I don't know why. I had just a little bit more of a pep in my step. Today I was like, oh, Raw will be fun tonight. The stream will be fun. We'll make it fun. We'll make the best of it. I think I'm so delirious after what happened last night with Brock Lesnar that I'm trying my best not to go insane. And so maybe I'm in a little bit of a denial situation type of thing happening here. I don't know. I'm no psychiatrist. That's probably what's happening here. I even asked myself, I'm like, why the fuck am I excited for Raw? Why in the world would I be excited for this? Aside from hanging out with all you guys, of course. Otherwise, what the F, man? There's some super chats coming in. Thanks, Mike Witt, for the $5. Yeah, so Shane and Miz are done. I guess so. I mean, why? I mean, I think they needed to be done anyway. I'm surprised that they did the thing where Shane stole the victory again, because he already did that. So why do it twice? I guess maybe to keep him strong for Roman, if that makes any sense. Made the Miz look weak. Yes, sort of, but it's not like he was losing. I mean, Shane was getting lucky as shit. And if Miz goes on to win a world title again, you know, maybe no harm done. But I definitely would have put Miz over last night, 100%. I missed the Band-Aid. What happened with the Band-Aid? Barry. Oh, yeah, Barry, I did. I saw your last one, right? Yeah, oh, I read through it. And now I remember who it was. But yeah, I need to get back to you on that, let you know what I suggest. So they're saving Bayley for tomorrow. I don't think we're going to get Bayley tonight. All right, Big E, welcome back, Celebration. Sweet. Unfortunately, I have to work, but...
Excuse me, Shane. The insinuation is that you're not coming alone to the WWE Super Showdown to fight Roman Reigns.
Oh, I'm not insinuating anything. Okay? What happened was...
There's a Miz. You think you're done with me?
Let me make myself perfectly clear. He doesn't think he's done. We know he's done. And if you've got a problem with Shane McMahon, well, things have changed around here. You've got a problem with Drew McIntyre.
You have others fighting your battles for you now? Understand, if I'm done with you, I'm coming after you again. See the ring.
So what are we getting, Miz and McIntyre? So why did Shane move from McIntyre to Elias? Or from Elias to McIntyre, I should say. Because Elias got squashed last night? Oh yeah, let's re-show the back shaving because we need to see that. Because if the fans didn't see this, they might not be able to follow the storyline. It's very important to show that a lot. The new belt isn't here yet. We're only an hour into Raw. We got 3 hours to unveil that belt. But I have a feeling it's going to come at the top of the next hour here in about 45 minutes. So hang tight. Oh yeah, and then the Uzi hot, because that was great. Yep. Yeah, drag around on the ground. Roll around the ground. It's good. It's real funny. It's entertaining. It's great. It's why the ratings are so good. Maybe we'll actually get a match. Nobody's gonna shave anything.
You know, it's one thing to poke fun at the Revival, but now you gotta do battle with one of the best tag teams in the world. Dawson and Wilder, who had this to say about the Usos pranks.
What's going on, Ramon? How you doing? Hello to everybody in here.
Continue to be the skid mark on the underpants society. Then go
Decent
right
audience.
ahead. But if you want to find out who is the absolute best tag team on this planet, within Dash and myself, we ain't hard to find. But the embarrassment to the Revival stops right now.
All right, the Revival claims that the embarrassment is over. Something tells me they are going to be disappointed. Is this a tag match or one-on-one?
Built up rage from Dash Wilder.
Does Dawson want to take his jacket off? I'm gonna wrestle in my jacket tonight.
Dawson hasn't even time to take his jacket off yet.
Yeah, Catherine, you're picking a hell of a week to go on vacation and stuff. You are not gonna miss anything. Just eat cheese, drink wine, forget wrestling even exists. And if you're curious, just take a peek at Twitter. See what we're talking about. You miss Mick Foley as commissioner? I miss Mick Foley's commissioner shirt. The way that the word was so long it had to go down the side of a shirt. I wanted one of those. They're probably pretty easy to make on fucking Vistaprint or something. Probably cost you $10. I should do that.
Great showing last night against Daniel Bryan and Rowan. Tides are changing here on Monday Night Raw.
And look at now. Dawson and Wilder, a great double team by the Revival. Here's the
They are not championship titles. They are belt straps, Ratnick. Belt straps from now on. Strappy, strappy belt straps. How do you like that, Vince? Yeah, I want to see all your pictures from all of the places that they have over there.
prolific tag teams in WWE history, and they're wasting their time pulling pranks on the Revival. All the Revival wants is an opportunity.
I hope you have French toast for breakfast and dip your French fries in French's mustard. And all that shit. Yeah, Mick Foley's offices was half the fun. He had like a little cactus and shit. He'd be in the crapper sometimes. I think one time he had like his office was a golf cart and he drove around beeping the horn at everybody. I don't know, Lisa, is that what the word is about Dominic? I mean, you know Dominic, with him being featured on TV, he's going to be involved somewhere doing something. They wouldn't have him out there every week if they didn't have some sort of plan. And if Ray wants to, is he training to be a wrestler? How good is he? I've never even seen the kid work. I thought that they might do a swerve and have Dominic turn heel, because if you notice, in the feud with Samoa Joe, who does Dominic look the most like? He looks a hell of a lot more like Samoa Joe, and looks like the type of size of a guy that would be better suited for a style like Samoa Joe too. I say he turns on his dad and becomes Samoa Joe's protege. Gets the short pair of workout shorts, towel over his neck. I can see it. They should do that. But your comment, or what you're saying is definitely a nicer idea. Ray passing on the mask to his son or something like that. Sure. That would be a great moment for them. What's up, Scott Moss? Thanks for the $2. No, they have not done the title yet. I'm guessing that's coming at the top of the hour. Mick Foley's walking around backstage, literally showing everybody. He's got the belt with him, but it's in a little sleeve, so everybody's like peeking at it. I don't know how they can just look at one little corner of it and see what it's about, but He'll be out there at some point, and to me, an unveiling a new championship seems like a top of the hour type of segment to me. And it's not going to be the main event because I think the tag match is. So I think we're getting it soon. Half an hour, a little more.
Cause liver damage.
Epclusa treats all main types of
Conor McGregor would be right.
whatever your type
I have never
is.
read Harry Potter. I've never seen the Harry Potter movies. I know nothing about Harry Potter,
I have the
which Catherine hates.
Mine was rare.
Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I just found out about my hepatitis C.
I knew for years.
Oh, y'all just found about your hepatitis? It sucks.
Take it with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment.
Oh yeah.
Tell your
Time
doctor
for the
if you have
side effects.
hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions.
Fuck this. I'll just keep the hepatitis. These side effects sound horrible.
Taking amiodarone with Epclusa.
Yo, you might go blind.
Slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
How does
Probably not.
sell the most euros in America? Having over 3,000 stores with this insane 2 for €6 deal certainly gives us a head start. Also, passion.
Arby's, we have the meat.
For sandwiches.
It has been all revival during the commercial break. Dawson and Wilder making the Usos pay.
Is Raw supposed to be fun now? Yeah. It's fun every week, Alex. It's tons of fun. 3 hours of fun, family, awesomeness, compelling TV, great writing.
We're looking at two of the elite tag teams in WWE. The Usos, one of the all-time greats already, this young in their career. Nash and Dawson certainly have the potential to join that tag. Here comes Scott Dawson. Jimmy Uso trying to make it to his brother Jay to make it tag. Can't quite do it. The Usos with a big win last night. On the kickoff show of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view against
Well, at least this is a match, and we haven't seen any shaving cream, icy hot, testicle burning. Nothing like that's going on yet.
And so is Jey Uso. And Jay taking out Wilder. Kick right to the midsection. And this is how the Usos love to
Thanks for another $2, Scott. Why can't WWE be like 88 or 89? I think that would almost be impossible. It didn't have to. Things didn't have to take it this far with what we see now, with the overproduction, the shaky cameras, and the 20 hours of fucking content every week, and the scripted promos, and the watered-down staleness of the business in general. I think it went a little fast, but I think there's a medium in between where it was in '88 and where it is now, and I don't like where it is now.
Jey Uso top rope. Crossbody lateral press for the victory. Kick out at 2 and air fall.
I couldn't imagine this many camera cuts and camera angles during a 80s match.
Best tag teams.
You're probably looking at 2 or 3 camera angles.
Tag team champions.
Hard cam, 2 guys on the outside, at the most. Not all this like switching back and forth and this shaky motherfucking shit.
One of the best tag teams in WWE history. Dash Wilder making his way to the top rope. Another big right hand.
I mean, I'm pretty sure some of those MSG shows were just 1 camera angle.
He used the ropes to his advantage. And Jay making it pay. Scott Dawson up on the apron. Tag. Dawson's legal. I'm not sure Jay realizes the
Yeah, Mike, I think we all agree with you there. Thanks for the $2. Best part of last night's show. AJ and Seth match and Bailey, for sure. I think Kofi's clean win kind of goes forgotten a little bit, but AJ and Seth was amazing. And then we were all super happy. That was one way to accomplish what I wanted to have done, and that is the 2 belts separated again. I was thinking they wouldn't do a one-night cash-in this year, so in my mind, the only option that gave me was to put the belt on Charlotte. But as long as that belt wound up on SmackDown, I was a happy guy. And WWE, even though they did put the belt on Charlotte, counts as another reign for her, which I know doesn't sit well with fans. But at least she dropped it 10 seconds later. It shouldn't be a huge deal.
back into this match.
Better than her winning it, right?
Critical match, too. Both teams trying to get in position to face Ryder and Hawkins for the tag team titles down the road. Wilder talking trash and throwing big old haymakers.
Shane, did you miss anything? Not really.
Crossbody for a
I bet my mother that we're not going to see near fall. We're not going to see a cash in tonight, but Brock is lurking around. Dude, Ramon Coffee, dude, thank you so much, man, for the $50. That is super nice, man. Hey, Greg, I'm a huge fan of yours. My birthday was yesterday. I was wondering for a gift from you. Can you do me a video of the 1995 Royal Rumble? Man, that's an interesting one. You know what? That'll be a really fun kind of live type of review. That was an interesting Royal Rumble. That was a really interesting one. I watched that on pay-per-view. It was probably one of the worst Royal Rumble matches we've ever had for a lot of reasons. And a lot of... kick out again. We had a lot of questionable booking on that show. There's a few things they did. I'm like, why are they doing that? And the Royal Rumble was really weak, and I've always had issues with that show, but there's also been parts of the show that I've really liked. And I would definitely like to do a review on that. For sure. Maybe it won't be a full-blown review since I'm in the middle of transition on the channel, but it's definitely going to be something. I'm going to create you a project folder right now. Royal Rumble. Let's try to get something done on that here. At some point. Maybe with the new system set up and everything, since I'm going to kind of do more on-camera shit. Alright, Dawson held the tights. Usos got pinned. Wow, the Revival won, but they cheated. But happy birthday to you, by the way, Ramon Coffee. How old are you? How old you turn? You a young one or an old one? Like me. You know, but just off the bat here, it got me thinking about the Royal Rumble 95, since we're about to go to a commercial here, I'm sure. Oh, there's Alexa getting made up. Yeah, she's definitely not a horrible-looking person, is she? That's for sure. Oh, God, let's hear what Nikki has to say. And then I'll finish my thought on the Royal Rumble. Nick or Alexa, why you gotta be a bitch? You're 33 years old. Right on. All right, I got about 10 years on you, but yeah, welcome. Welcome to the close to mid-30s. And happy birthday to you, and thank you again. But I have something to tell you about the Royal Rumble. Oh, here's the Revival. Wait, so the Revival want to be on a Moment of Bliss because they won a match? Is being on her show a reward of some kind? Oh, shit. Firefly Funhouse up next. I hope his newborn baby never sees this shit. Kid's gonna freak out. But anyway, back to my thoughts on that Royal Rumble 95 real quick because of Ramon's super generous super chat there. One thing that drove me nuts about that Royal Rumble, and still drives me nuts to this day, is when you go back and watch it, it was such a weak Royal Rumble in terms of the talent involved. There's only a few top stars in it. Owen was in it, Luger was in it, Shawn, Davey, and that was like it. You had Bundy was in there, Mabel, and a few others. But nobody that would be considered genuine winners. To me, it was going to be either Shawn or Luger. You know, and everybody else was an afterthought. But what drove me nuts is that WWE knew that the roster was weak, so they shortened the Royal Rumble to 1-minute intervals. So the Royal Rumble went by real quick. So even though Shawn was like the first one in, it wasn't a huge deal because it was shorter. He was in there half the amount of time that Ric Flair was when he did it. So that I didn't like. And for some reason, unlike previous years, wrestlers weren't doing double duty. I think that Royal Rumble could have been a lot better had you put Razor and Jarrett and Bam Bam and everybody else that works singles matches. Undertaker had a singles match. IRS and Tatanka and who else, 123 Kid, and all these people that had singles matches, you put them in the match, all of a sudden it's a lot better. And then the main event was Brett and Diesel, which went to like a double DQ or something. So I felt like that pay-per-view could have been a lot better at a time when WWE needed their pay-per-view to be good. Because WCW was starting to roll, you know, with Hogan and all that, and Savage just gotten there. So I thought they could have done better with that Royal Rumble. They had a lot of random people in it. I think some bushwhackers were in it. Some jobbers were in there. Crush made a return to be in the Royal Rumble just to be there. It was a mess. And it could have been better. Definitely could have been better. But yeah, I'd like to talk about that more in depth. And I'm going to do more like off-the-cuff reviews too, you know, when with the new channel changes and stuff. I'm going to be on camera a little bit more to where sometimes something might just spark me and I'll just make a quick 20-minute video just generally talking about a pay-per-view or anything like that instead of my long, drawn-out reviews. You know, that's going to be something that I might try to filter into the channel a little bit. So I'll be back to revisit 1995 Royal Rumble again. But in the meantime, thanks again, Ramon. Happy birthday to you. And it's always good to have you here. Sorry to hear that you are sick. Aaron, that sucks. Being sick sucks, and even sucks worse when it's like summertime. And summer is approaching fast. God, summertime is always so nuts for me at work. I can't believe it's almost here again. It's going to be the solstice in like a month, and then it's going to be balls to the proverbial wall. All right, Firefly Funhouse, here we go. Oh. I wonder if that was meant to happen. My stream like cut out briefly. So they're still doing this, but where's the... I like they're showing it on the big screen in the audience. Uh-oh. I can't believe this dude ejaculated into a ring announcer. I'm scared. Is he gonna wrestle in this mask? That was it? That's all we got? Michael Cole, what do you mean what the hell was that? You know what it is. It's Bray Wyatt. Thank you, Psycho45. I appreciate it. Glad to have you here. Make sure you subscribe. I'm here all the time. Alexa Bliss is in her ring gear. I don't think she'd be cleared. I don't think she'd be not cleared last night, but be cleared tonight.
Welcome to a moment of bliss.
Why is Nikki even out there?
Thank you. Tonight is gonna be a big one, guys. But at first, I just need to address the fact that I did not want to risk losing my luggage again, so I showed up today prepared.
You traveled in that shit?
Before we get started,
I'm sure that didn't look weird at all.
sworn
You got through security with them spikes on your shoulders? I mean, they're hot, but...
Got my coffee. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, creative team member Son, for my coffee.
Please welcome my guest. She is the woman, the man, who successfully defended her Raw Women's Championship at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view last night, but unfortunately did not successfully retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. Please welcome my guest, Becky Lynch.
All right, here comes Becky One Belt. I'm guessing we're going to see Lacey here, because that shit's not over. Hello, greetings from India. Thanks for stopping by. We're staying up late. Super late. Or getting up early, whichever one.
Becky, welcome.
Nikki's awesome. Chad Jones, I hope that he does.
Becky, welcome.
Nikki's like, looks like she doesn't know where to put her hands and shit. That's funny.
Becky, welcome to a moment of bliss with myself and Nikki Cross. I understand last night had to have been terribly heartbreaking. I know you said that you had a mountain to climb when you would face Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair. So my question for you is, how does it feel to no longer be Becky Two Belts?
Oh, God. Let's just sprinkle a little bit more annoying into this segment, why don't we? Nikki Cross, will you please murder these two and rip their heads off? Maybe not Peyton. Leave her alone. She's awesome. But Billy Kay, you can just go ahead and toss her right in a wood chipper. I'd be fine with that. You guys have two belts.
Oh, and she's so sad. Hey, Bex, if it makes you feel any better, I mean, we still have our two belts that we won at WrestleMania.
My TV has cancer now.
Shut your faces, the two of you. Money in the Bank, I defended my titles more in one night than you two.
Why doesn't Becky just challenge them both for the tag titles?
Now, if you want to keep
Should be
up
Becky
with
3
that,
belts.
I'll drag you two and your tag titles after that ring right now and become Becky 3 belts.
Didn't I just say that? Oh, here's Lacey. Oh, good. It looks like she didn't borrow one of Godfather's outfits tonight. That's good.
Sassy Southern Belle Lacey Evans, who put up a hell of a fight against Becky in the Raw Women's Championship match last night.
Lacey, your wrestling boots look like bowling shoes.
Never knowing where to give proper credit. The reason you're no longer Becky Two Belts is because of me.
Well, you're Lacey Zero belts because of Becky. So F off with your bowling shoe boots. The fans, you can't chant Becky Two Belts because she has one. See, look, one. One's less than two. Subtraction tables. 2 minus 1 equals 1. One belt, not two. Stupid fans. That's what I said should happen. So not only should Becky have the match with Lacey and beat her, she should tap her out. Well, then do it, Becky. Maybe all 4 of them. Alexa's there too. Slap her. Yeah. She'll play with Becky. There we go. Lacey and, I'm sorry, Becky and Nikki.
You're still one too short, sweetheart.
Somebody can come out and join them.
She'll do.
Whoa, I didn't agree to any of this. I'm
You
not.
just need to stand there and look pretty. The man will take care of the rest.
Oh, so they're going to have Alexa wrestle without having to wrestle? We're going to get a 6-woman match. Alexa's going to be on the team of Nikki and Becky, but I don't think she's going to do anything. She's got her coffee. That's actually funny. She's, well, I'm going to take my coffee, even though it's probably just iced tea. I just hope they don't try to pull something like she throws the coffee in somebody's faces, because by the time they get to that spot, the coffee's not even going to be that hot.
I know things go on. So what kind of secret life do my dogs and cats live?
Nobody gives a shit about your dogs and cats, Miz.
It's mayhem in my house. The cats hate each other, and Pumpkin runs the place. Pumpkin will eat everything, whether it's cat food or anything. They tear up everything if they want to. Pumpkin escapes the house. How?
I like that the funny thing is about the coffee, it's not even in like a... These days, everybody... I don't drink coffee, but I know everybody drinks them in those like Starbucks-type cups with the lid and all that shit. It's not even in that. It's like in a mug. Like you'd find at a cafe. Porcelain mug.
Someone's in my litter box.
Oh, man.
I wish you could see fat-ass Tito right now. The big bastard. He's laying upside down on the couch. And he's massive. You're going to be on my 100-pound life on TLC, and we're going to have to confine you to a bed. And I'll have to turn you so you don't get bed sores.
Even the simplest things seem to. You may make mistakes.
No confirmation at all on Ashley Mazzaro's death. All of that, you know, the suicide talk and the OD and all that stuff. All we've ever been doing on that is speculation. But when you're found dead at 39, you know, the list is short of options it could really probably be. But I don't know if we'll know. I don't know when or if that information will even be made public. You know, because if it's not, you know, unless they do some autopsy and or whatever. But if it's not like a homicide or anything like that, I don't know if they have to make it public. I don't know how it all works. But either way, it's a shame, and it sucks. Thanks for another $2, Mike. I appreciate it, dude. Kabuki Warriors coming out too tonight. I always lose track of like how many people have come over. So tonight we've had Shane. Who else? Fucking Lars. And some other people. Kofi. Have we surpassed the 4 yet? Is it still the rule that it's only 4? Which is so arbitrary. And every week they've broken the rule of 4. So they should just not make it a number at all. And just say the wildcard rule applies to everybody. Anybody can show up on either show, which basically means there is no brand split.
Because helping people is what CarMax people are all about. Melissa Stockwell made a choice to serve her country. But when she lost her leg in Iraq, she made another. Melissa chose to fight, not only for herself, but for her fellow soldiers who had endured even more. Pushing herself to be her best, she took her fight to the world stage, inspiring others to choose to be their best. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what
Sorry, I had to take a picture of him because it's fucking hilarious.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer. A hearty, hefty, good tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage.
I'd be into a Becky-Nikki feud. I think Becky's going to work with Lacey a little bit longer here. They're definitely going to have another match. And knowing WWE now, I wouldn't put it past them to put the belt on Lacey at some point. I was just adamantly against it at Money in the Bank. It's just not where I would do it. That's your main event of WrestleMania that won a belt. If she's going to drop one of them, it doesn't make sense for the Raw one. She needs to stay on Raw. So I just want to get through Money in the Bank. I think your champion should have gone in there and beat Lacey Evans and beat her clean and tapped her out, which she did. Now, if you want to do something in the future, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I just wanted Becky to win at Money in the Bank, because she should have. All right, where's Alexa? Is she actually on the apron? No, she's just on the outside with her coffee. Wheezy, I took a picture of my cat. Tito is kind of laying upside down, and it just looks really funny. And he's so big.
for the champ.
Becky wants Lacey Evans for a little bit of payback here tonight. Lacey Evans, though, very game in her matchup, the Raw Championship match against Becky Lynch. Exactly. I think what this is insecurity by the man. It's showing through. Becky Lynch spent all this time talking about how dangerous she is. She realizes that last night, Lacey Evans nearly...
Now this is basically a 3-on-2. I'm wondering if this is the type of match where they do the finish of like Lacey pinning Becky or something, which seems likely.
I think she's starting to settle in here on Monday night. I think she's getting the right.
Either way, champions are going to lose here.
Alexa Bliss seems to be helping her a little bit. I think that confidence building.
Still not quite sure. I'm not following what they're attempting to do with Nikki. She's kind of different now. She's a little weirder. Backstage, a little quiet, more subdued, but then she still has these like signs of insanity. She's so short. Yeah, I watch a little bit of Family Guy. There's many seasons and episodes I haven't seen, but I watch it and I like it. I just don't follow it season by season. I think they kind of jumped the shark long ago, but it's a super insanely clever show. But I think it's kind of, in my mind, I feel like it's run its course. It's been on forever. Alright, now we got the other one here. Hey, buddy. Why is Renee talking about wearing deodorant? I'm glad that you do, Renee. Makes me happy. Because if I ever meet you, I don't want you stinking. Oh, hi, buddy. Come on. Ugh. Alright, here's another cat up here. Alright, just gotta sit still, dude. It's the rule when it comes to live streaming. There we go. Got it?
They're shady as all hell. What are you talking about? Any victory they get just by the skin of their teeth. They haven't really earned anything.
Record books don't judge by emotion victory, just victory. The Iconics have the reigning women's tag team champions, and could be so, I mean, forever.
We like fighting champs around here, Vince.
And Lacey Evans, now look at just staring back at Becky Lynch, strutting around the ring, in control of Nikki Cross. I like responsible champions, not overconfident egomaniacs who make silly career decisions like defending titles.
Yeah, like the only time I watch like a show like Family Guy is if I'm like up late and channel surfing, it's like on Adult Swim or something, or wherever it plays. I'll watch them, and I'll usually laugh. But most of the time, I don't know what season or episode I'm even watching when I watch it. I have no idea if it's an early one or a later one.
Of course, one of the highlights last night after Becky lost to Charlotte Flair, Charlotte becoming a 9-time champion. Bayley, who won the women's Money in the Bank contract ladder match, came down to the ring and cashed in. She's now the
You're getting hair all over me, dude. Now I'm like
I definitely did
itchy.
have tears in my eyes.
Thanks. We got a whole hour left of Raw.
And here comes the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, the man, all fired up here tonight. You have to give Becky credit, no sour grapes. She didn't come out here pouting about losing the SmackDown title. And where does Lacey go? That's what I was wondering. From behind, Billy rolling up Becky in a kick out.
Powder her nose in the bathroom. What's she doing?
And Becky Lynch now. And there it is, the Exploder.
Becky can't seem to take her eyes off.
Thanks for the $5, How Wheezy. I appreciate it, dude. The Simpsons. I have friends that like live by The Simpsons and swear by it. I never got into it. I liked it, but I didn't really watch very much of it. And I remember when The Simpsons came out, I was a kid. I wasn't even old enough to drive. That blows my mind. This shit's still on.
Doing what the man does.
I'm old. I remember Alex Trebek on Jeopardy when he had dark hair.
You're the man.
Becky Lynch off the second rope, dropping the leg. Here's the cover, hook of the leg. Becky
All right. Champ wins. Basically, that's a handicap match. Wow, that's a cool shirt by that fan. Okay. Now Alexa's in there celebrating like she did something. So there's a fan that has a t-shirt with a print of, trying to think when this would have been. 90s sometime, maybe during Savage's babyface turn with Jake. He did like a photo shoot, maybe with Elizabeth, where he's like sitting on a rock, looking out into the water or the ocean or something like that. That fan has that picture imprinted on a t-shirt. That's awesome. All right, here comes Mick Foley finally. Yeah, top of the hour, just like I suspected. No way Jose and just EC3 and Mojo just hanging out in the storage area. Mick Foley out there looking like a college or a high school science teacher. I used to, guy like in the 10th grade, his name was Mac, and he wanted to see. He didn't want us to call him Mr. What his last name was, which I won't say. He wanted us to call him Mac, like M-A-C-K, and he was our science teacher. And he looked more like Bruce Pritchard than Mick Foley, but he wore like tie-dye and like he dressed exactly like Mick Foley is dressed right now. My 10th grade science teacher. Shout out to Mac, wherever you are.
Are you kidding me? Good luck. Not bad at all. How'd you guys put this together so good? Particular bite?
Not really Italian, just really delicious. The new chicken parmesan.
Transgender championship. Oh, Lord. What would that look like? I don't want to know. Never mind.
Where's he going? I don't know.
Yeah, and there's some pieces of talent that I'm really not like. I don't feel bad about saying that I'm just not into them. And EC3 is just one of those guys. I don't really give a shit about him. I know he's got potential. Some people like him. A lot of people feel like he's been misused. And they're probably not wrong. I just don't like. I don't care if I ever see him. Like, I don't care. I don't care at all. So it just makes it easier for me. But sucks for him though if he, kind of re-signed, came back in, had some success, a little bit of it in NXT, and I thought they brought him up way too early, and now he's floundering. Should have stayed put. Oh yeah, this guy, he didn't want us to call him Mac like it was a nickname, how easy. That was his actual name, M-A-C-K. So he says, just call me Mac. But yeah, Mac's like a nickname for a lot of guys too. Yeah, so yeah, when we get back from this commercial break, we're going to find out what this belt is all about. Svedka vodka shit.
We're gonna try something different today.
Dogs bring out the good in us. Pedigree brings out
Dogs are great. I can't ever own a dog because I have you.
Fluffy King's Hawaiian buns.
I can't own a dog right now.
Almost every meat army serves. To prove it, we made the big kahuna with almost every.
I don't want my hair to grow, Joey. Don't pray for me to grow hair. That would suck. I think I start fucking washing it and shit. No, I don't want any hair. I love being bald. You have no idea what a great life it is. I wake up and I'm ready to go at all times. It's awesome.
I've made the top 10 hot dad bods.
I'm a dad bod. The A-lister is not supposed to have a dad bod. The spring finale of Ms. and Mrs.
All right, let's see what Foley's deal is here. They got to be coming back from commercial now, right? Here he comes. How funny would it be if Mick Foley accidentally dropped the belt out of the thing? Please go to the ring. Don't do it right here.
Cut the music if you got
Is Foley gonna pipe bomb us?
on my shoulder. Now, in my humble opinion,
Hey, did Foley win the title in Albany?
missing
Didn't he?
from Monday Night Raw.
Mankind has achieved his dream. That
Visit those three vital letters, R-A-W. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we need to start getting Raw again.
might be a hardcore title then.
Let's make Monday nights Raw again.
I'm thinking it might be a hardcore title because you wouldn't make Raw again by having senior citizens out there.
We're looking to step up.
Ooh, there it is.
Tell you from experience
I can see it.
that it takes a
It's
lot
green.
to bargain to be a champion in WWE.
Cover up the belt, you dummy.
It's not something you just defend. Championship title.
Vince
is
is
something you
pissed.
breathe. It's something you dream about. It's something you think about. It's something you covet. It's something you love. It's something you.
I love that it's already showing.
A few teeth and an ear, because that's
Kevin
how
Dunn's probably
being a legend is born.
puking right through his bucky ass teeth.
It is an obsession that consumes you throughout the day. Every single moment of every.
It looks like a
single
more
minute of
round
every
faceplate
single
or
hour.
front plate.
24 hours a day.
They are gonna do this?
7 days a week.
It better not be a 24/7.
And so it is. With that spirit in mind, may I present to you.
Oh, yeah, it is gonna be.
In the WWE family. May I have a drum roll, please?
We don't need the drum roll. We already saw it. Because your dumbass botched it. Oh my god.
The 24/7 title.
No, that looks like shit.
Name may imply. This title is to be defended anytime,
Looks like a fucking clock.
anywhere.
With the letters the way where the numbers would be, and then the slash in the 24/7 like the hand.
Now, if you think what you have in mind, keep in mind that you don't have days off when you hold this championship. You think you're putting on round 17? A fall can take place right there as long as a referee is present on the scene. Going down the slide at Chuck E. Cheese, you can count the 1, 2, 3, and for those of you
Fans don't give a fuck
that grooming
about this at all.
you might want to wear a pair of trunks in the shower, because when I say that falls count anywhere, I mean that falls.
I was saying last night because several people pitched this possibility, and I said no. I said it would be stupid if they did this.
Lay this title on
It
the
wouldn't be as fun,
line.
as
I'm gonna
exciting.
make you aware that starting tonight, the third hour of Raw, each and every week is about to get downright mean and nasty. A little bit dirty. Because starting tonight, right now, right here in Albany, New York, we are going to crown our first 24/7 champion. We're going to have ourselves what I like to call a scramble. I'm going to remove myself from the situation. I asked the superstars to line up. Now, you may ask yourself, is this open to all of the superstars on the Raw roster? And the answer is no.
It's available to everybody, right?
Every superstar on the Raw roster, the SmackDown roster, the 205 Live roster, the NXT roster, NXT UK, and who knows, maybe every now and then we'll have a visiting WWE legend competing for the prestige of the 24/7 championship. So you guys out there, line up with that bell rings. He who retrieves it, receives it, and destiny is looking you square in the eye. What an incredible announcement by Mick Foley. Sit down, Corey. You can't be involved in this. Why not?
So wait, somebody can just go grab it and they're the champ? So the first one to touch that belt is the champ?
The
Oh, God. Well, you gotta have something to do with the jobbers. Oh, look, it's...
Oh, this is good.
That's EC3.
These guys are gonna pull up their knees before they even get to the ring.
Who's that other guy? Is that...
Cedric Alexander.
I was like... I thought it was like Darren Young. It's Cedric Alexander. Oh, yeah, of course. Let's have No Way Jose win this thing. This is so fucking bad.
This would definitely jumpstart
Number one, the belt looks like shit. Number two, the idea is stupid. Who the hell is that? Bob Holly? Oh, it's Eric Young. I'm like, who the fuck is that? This is real stupid. Oh, Titus, don't be falling. Oh, Mojo.
How dare you stop me, Aaron? I can be champion right now.
Cedric Alexander.
What a move!
He slid in the ring.
Grab the title.
That happens all the time, man. No, someone grab the title.
Well, they're trying.
Nobody's gotten it yet? Oh, there you go.
Well, they both have it.
It's gonna be a party.
Somebody tear this belt in half and just abolish the whole damn idea.
It's not working, good brother.
EC3 now the championship knocked down. We still don't have a champion yet. Now EC3 and No Way Jose. This is like the main event
No
out
way
here.
Jose would have to defend his title sitting in the hairdresser getting that
Oh,
ridiculous.
look at this. Both men spilling out of the ring and the championship still inside.
Unbelievable.
Oh, we're gonna go to commercial break in the first ever 24/7 match? No.
Somebody better get to their feet quick!
Are we kidding right now? Nobody can get to the title?
Cole, get your singlet! Let's go!
Drake Maverick.
Great Maverick. He's the general manager of 205 Live.
Titus just picked the title up.
He got it!
Drake Maverick.
Nobody can pick that damn thing up off the ground.
And Titus O'Neil sits
Holy shit. Man. And Titus wins this thing? I don't have enough beer in my fridge to fucking deal with this. Oh, who's this? Alright, Rude's the champion now. Alright. Go get the belt. They don't know where the belt is. They lost it. It fell off this side. Yo, I hope fans are helping the referee find that shit. Oh my god, what a disaster. He's got, and then the referee runs. Referee ran last with the fucking title. Oh, that was brutal. What am I doing with my life? Ugh. God. I literally hate WWE. Like, I fucking hate them. Michael Cole, you are way too excited about this. Jesus Christ. What I miss on this super chat from who, Mike? Thanks, brother. I don't know if he forgot to put his teeth in. Did he sound a little weird? I couldn't tell. This whole thing is weird. That was the most pointless, dumbest segment I've ever seen. My fucking balls hurt. I don't know why. You know, and I mentioned last night during the Money in the Bank stream, somebody talked about the possibility of them doing a hardcore title in a 24/7 rule, and I shot it down. It's like, I don't think it would be good, but I could see them doing it considering Bruce Pritchard probably produced a lot of that shit back in the day. The airport Crash Holly stuff, and probably the evening gown shit they did with Gerald and Pat. And some of that was fun, but there's just, now, all these years later, when was that evening gown match? 2000, 2001? We're talking about 18 years ago? When did Crash Holly escape in the airport? 19 years ago? Fuck. That belt looks like crap. Bring back the old hardcore title, the busted up Winged Eagle. I'd rather see that than this green fucking record player. It looks like the beginning of Happy Days. Looks like a jukebox thing from the 50s or something. You know? Oh my god. Does anybody else have a sharp shooting pain in the corner of their eye? And a little blue line running up their leg? Because I do. Fuck WWE. You're making shit hard. Difficult. Michael Cole, and now you're going to read promos. So we got Stomping Ground. So one way to make up for this stupid segment of the 24/7 is give us a stupid pay-per-view name, which would be Stomping Ground. Coming up in, where, Seattle? Oh my god. Yeah, good one, Joshua. Let's hope so. Can Brock cash in for the 24/7 title? I'm sure he can. I don't know why he'd want to. I'm flabbergasted. Fucking flabbergasted. Can we get Jericho and them guys to troll this too? That would be great. Hey, if any WWE people are watching right now, because I'm sure you are, this is really dumb. Y'all did really stupid idea. This is a really stupid idea. Oh, Zane, I would trade places with you in a second, because at least you're late to the party. You don't even want to know what's been going on. I'm not going to tell you. Because I like you on this earth, and I don't want you to take yourself off of it. Shit is horrible. My god. Oh man. JD's gonna have a seizure. He probably will. I'm about to have a seizure. So I know people that are even angrier than me are gonna be probably flying off the fucking rails. I don't blame them. Yeah, Mike. Thanks for another super chat. AEW can't start soon enough. That's true. We need some sort of an alternative. The fall will be fun. But I just find so many problems with the 20-source... Excuse me. I can't even talk. They've messed me up so bad. If that was a fart in church, man. The crowd reaction was 0. The concept was very good years ago during the hardcore days. And they can get creative with it. But the way WWE does shit now, and they overdo it and overproduce it and fuck it all up, I think they're going to make this segment dumb. It's already dumb. Look at the way it kicked off. Titus and Bobby Roode, and then they lost the belt, and the referee can't find it. It's a mess and whatever. I think the reason it was so awesome all those years ago is because, number one, it didn't last very long. And number two, it was just silly. It was a silly part of the show injected in that was more entertaining. And I guess maybe that's what they're trying to do here, and I get that. But now they got a whole belt for this thing. They should have just brought back the hardcore title and have it defended 24/7, because that's essentially the same thing. Because if you have a 24/7 title that can be defended anywhere, anytime, any place, it's obviously no disqualification, so it kind of makes it a hardcore title anyway by default. And the title's ugly as fuck. They could have done something better. We'll see, and maybe we'll be stand correct. Maybe I'll stand corrected if this goes on a few weeks and it turns out to be fun and entertaining. So far, I hate it. So far, I'm not a fan. And I don't have very high expectations of the idea. I just don't think it works in the era that we're in, is all. The crowd did not care at all. Did you hear them boo him? I don't know what they were expecting. And I don't know how I feel bad for the record keepers in WWE, because with the previous hardcore title, like somebody actually on Twitter is saying, we had 27 title reigns by like Raven and Crash Holly and guys like that. All right, here goes Bobby Roode. He's running around with the belt, hiding. So that just means we're going to get more off-site segments during Raw. So stupid. I mean, we're going to have, like, production crew guys winning the belt. Because they did that shit, too. Didn't a referee win it back in the day? Like, Bobby Roode, how do you expect to travel, change? I wouldn't even want... Who would want that title? That's a title that nobody logically should want. It doesn't raise your stock in the company. You're still a fucking jobber, with or without it. And you have to be looking over your shoulder. You have to go to sleep at night knowing that you could possibly be pinned before you wake up. Who would want that belt? It'd be more hilarious if all the wrestlers just stayed away from it. And one guy just held it forever. Because nobody wants the fucking hassle. Alright, here comes Drew. What are we getting, Drew and Roman or something? Oh, Drew and Miz, yeah. I bet you Nicholas will win it at some point. Alright, I'm going to go throw up. I'll be right back.
To be his backup. McIntyre, one of the scariest superstars in WWE today.
Well, I think the fact is, Shane McMahon has become a target for the Miz. Miz is obsessed with somehow taking down Shane, and Shane's moved on. And again, this is like a restraining order against his ex-girlfriend.
We got McIntyre and Miz.
Shane McMahon just not a threat, worried about the Miz, but also about Roman Reigns.
Oh, exactly. Shane's moved on to other things in the form of the big dog. McMahon looks to
Alright,
improve and remind
let's
Roman
get
Reigns
back to normal here
that while
and try to finish up watching McIntyre and The Miz.
Come on, you heard what Roman said. He's just gonna be another guy in the line that can say that Hitler got his ass kicked by Roman Reigns.
Well, let's not forget that Shane McMahon survived the steel cage match with Miz. He slipped his way down the cage to victory.
See if I missed any super chats while I was gone. Mike Witt, yet another one in here. Thanks for another $2, dude. WWE reminds me of WCW at the end. Pretty embarrassing as far as like the convoluted booking and the disorganization and shit like that. Yes, 100% they're like WCW. I still think the talent is 100 times better than WCW was when it closed its doors. But yeah, as far as like the clusterfuck that seems to be the day-to-day backstage environment in this company right now, very much like WCW.
Strategy, go for the legs of the big man. Take McIntyre's face out. Even the odds here tonight for the Miz.
I mean, listen, Miz is on the verge of losing everything. I mean, he's got a beautiful wife. Uh-oh. McIntyre just...
Oh, Joshua.
Trying to control Miz here. Of course, we talked about Shane.
To be young and unaware of what's going on.
Roman Reigns sent out a tweet just a few moments ago that said, all the years...
Be happy that you don't know, because somebody's about to tell you, and you're gonna hate it. Maybe I'll be the one to tell you. So it's a 24/7 belt. Looks like shit. Just not a fan of the overall idea. Crowd hated it, shit on it, booed the whole idea. Maybe they'll surprise us, but just given the way WWE produces their segments and writes and scripts and overmanages and micromanages every single little tiny goddamn detail, I do not have high hopes for any sort of entertaining segments to come out of the hardcore division or the 24/7 title, because they basically created it, in my mind, to make use of all those guys that we saw. The No Way Jose's, the Gallows and Hendersons, all the guys that they just don't use on TV ever at all. Heath Slater's and Tyler Breeze's and guys like that. This now gives them something to do. I bet you that's more the reason for it than anything else. Gets everybody on TV, more people on TV. That title alone will get 10 to 15 faces per week on camera. But when was that decision made? How was it made? Who was in the meeting? Who pitched it? Who approved it? Who designed the belt? Somebody in the 4th grade? Yesterday? During recess? I mean, that's no meticulous, well put together Reg Park belt. That's a fucking toy. Why is Raw so dark? Because there's nobody in the crowd. I mean, this could be a Bruce Pritchard idea, like I said, based on the fact that he probably did have a big hand in a lot of those 24/7 segments back in the day, because he produced a lot of that off-site shit. He was always present for stuff like that. So maybe he feels like this is something he has experience with, and he can make great again. Maybe. And maybe in a month, I'll be proven wrong, and it turned out to be a great idea. But I'm not betting on that.
There's some business I need to handle. Do we have a deal? This isn't Mexico. It's now or never. You put everything good here.
Yeah, the arena's dark tonight. I think the crowd is kind of light. I've actually been to Albany a few times. I am not impressed. I'm glad I don't live there.
You're gonna have to answer to.
Right now, Domino's has a large $5.99 carry-out special.
The Rob, I kind of agree with you there. Thank you for the super chat, dude. I appreciate it. 24/7 title was dead. The second Michael Cole said it was great. True that. I can see the weekly segments now with his voice saying how crazy everything is. Yeah, Michael Cole's going to ruin it too. Fucking overdo it, yell and scream in our ears. Like, things were different back in the day when it was like the first time you saw shit. The first time you saw a wrestler tossed into a river. Or whatever, you know, or shit like that. You know, now it's just like everything's been done. Like, what can they possibly do in a 24/7 rule that hasn't really already been done? I mean, we've had people pinned while sleeping and eating and traveling, and, you know, there's only so many versions of that you can do. I'm pretty sure somebody got cashed in while taking a shit. And if nobody did I say cash in? If nobody did lose the 24 or the hardcore belt while taking a shit, they missed out on an opportunity in the Attitude Era. Seems like something they would have done. Yeah, the first ever champion is poor Titus O'Neil, who I just love, but damn. Austin, I think I did see that just a little while ago. Yeah, I gotta catch up on a bunch of notifications. Yeah, I mean, there's another tweet. Exactly, it's the 24/7 Jobber Championship. That's exactly what it is. Because only jobbers are going to give a shit about it. Think fucking Finn Balor is out there trying to win a 24/7 belt? Hell no. Yeah, I think, you know, overall kind of poor execution and delivery on the announcement. Mick Foley, as soon as that thing started creeping out from the thing, we could see it. Vince is probably back there freaking out. Foley announces what it is, 24/7. The fans just groan. Unveils that ugly-ass thing. It just looked terrible. Bunch of jobbers brawling. Alright, we're back to McIntyre and Miz. With Shane on the outside of the ring, still messing around with Miz.
Bodyguard, for lack of a better term. And now look at this now, Miz trying to get back into this thing. And McIntyre set halfway across the ring.
A desperate Miz with a last gasp effort. Bought himself a few moments, but Miz can't carry through. I mean, McIntyre's inflicted an incredible amount of punishment to the Miz to this point.
You're giving it 6 months? I kind of said 2 on Twitter. I just don't know if the fans are going to care. It's a jobber title. And the hardcore title back in the day was kind of a jobber title too. It started out hot with like Foley and some bigger names holding it, but it quickly became a bunch of jobbers fighting for it. And that's all this is really going to be. Just with an uglier belt. It does look like it's from the dollar store. It does.
launching himself top rope, springboard, down goes McIntyre. Cover, try to put McIntyre away. Kick out at 2.
I'm sure this new aggression will serve Miz some sort of purpose in his future career. And when Hollywood dries up, maybe he can start a YouTube show or something.
No idea what you're even talking about, Corey. Miz been very respectable here tonight as he's looking to take out McIntyre.
Yeah, it looks like if that arena's so empty, it looks like the solid top deck is empty up there.
I'm sure it's respectable. Miz has done some great things in his life.
Brains, look at him. He's taking the boots to Drew McIntyre right now. Watch the show.
I'm watching, eyes wide open. McIntyre, Miz, great move by Miz. When's the last time you saw Miz do something like that?
Shut up, Michael Cole. Don't yell at me.
Miz looking for the skull-crushing finale. McIntyre able to counter.
McIntyre one step ahead.
Oh, no. McIntyre did this to a body in a ladder last night. And now Miz face first into the mat. Cover, McIntyre for the victory on Miz. Who again?
All right, let's get to the end of this match. We still got the fucking tag team main event coming up.
Still trying to fight on. I mean, if this is as close to an unwinnable situation as you're going to get, you've got a motivated Scottish psychopath.
Man, Raw used to look like an indie show back in the day, too. Back in like 94, 95, they used to run those tiny arenas. Tiny. And they'd tape 4 shows there. They'd tape a month of shows in front of an audience of no more than 500 people. That's probably on the high end. I mean, it was a small amount of people. The ring looked so big in the arenas they were in back then.
Big man off his feet. Great strategy.
Very smart strategy. Better move by Miz, hyperextending the knee of the much larger McIntyre. But can Miz capitalize?
Oh, here we go.
Miz looking for the figure 4 leg lock. McIntyre, the cheap shot by Shane. And the official didn't see it.
Is that going to be it?
Fire off the spine buster pick.
Oh, man. It's still not yet.
Shane can't believe it.
They can't believe that Miz tried to attack him while he was standing innocently on the outside of the ring.
I don't know how Miz was able
It looked a lot like high school gyms, man, when Raw was in those tiny-ass buildings, man. WWE probably paid virtually nothing to rent those out. And they'd produce their TV there, 4 weeks of TV. And damn, they were so tiny. It was just the floor seats only. There was no, like, bleachers, no nothing. It was so small. Shane, your guess is as good as mine. I almost had an aneurysm during this whole thing. Thanks for the $2. Not sure what this is about and who decided, but I'm not optimistic about this at all. I just think knowing WWE, they will take an idea that's really not that great to begin with and make it even worse. Oh yeah, Joey, I kind of agree with Catherine on that one. I have no issue with the roster at all. Talent's not the issue. If anything, WWE has too much talent. That's why guys get underused and not pushed and missed opportunities, because there's just too many damn guys on the roster. The talent is there. It's everything else that sucks. Alright, that's the end of the Miz. Alright, Miz, back-to-back losses there. You're on quite the roll there, pal. Might have to go back to being a heel.
Seriously, you can defend Shane McMahon's actions there. I can and I will because he's my boss.
Yeah, enjoy clinky glasses with him later, too.
Again, Shane getting involved in what amounted to be a 2-on-1 matchup toward the end here. Shane with cheap shot after cheap shot. And that would set up the
Yeah, this Raw, man, it's not been very good. Now Shane's back on the mic. Good, more Shane promos. Wonderful. Sweet.
I said I was done with you, but I have one last parting gift.
Put him in the corner. Of course, Miz is defenseless. He's helpless.
Oh, he's going to coast to coast his ass? All right.
Drag Miz to the corner. Do his bidding for McMahon. Shane's looking for a coast to coast from the top rope.
He's doing it with a leather jacket on?
Tear your designer jeans, Shane.
Oh, here comes Roman.
Because Reigns may do it for him, because here comes the big dog.
I want to see Shane do the coast to coast and get hit with a spear. All right, Roman saves the day. Roman coming out to save the Miz.
That's cardio and Reigns. That's cardio in the biz.
The best in the world is ready to compete at this very moment. But I assure you, come Super Showdown, Shane McMahon will be more than ready for the task ahead, the big dog Roman Reigns.
It's funny on Twitter. Danny J says, with the 24/7 title and all the shit going on and all the talent scrambling, the only thing it's missing is that wacky sax music by Benny Hill. You know, the one that's played. You know, that would actually be pretty fucking funny. Somebody needs to put that to that Titus O'Neil Bobby Roode debacle that we saw. Oh, speaking, there's Roode. He's hiding the belt behind him like they don't know. I love that Corbin and Lashley, they don't give a shit. Drake. Horrible. Horrible.
The 24/7 title has the entire Raw roster on their toes, especially the current champion and apparent Olympic sprinter, Robert Roode. And speaking of champions, please allow me to introduce my guests, the WWE champion, Kofi Kingston, and the Universal champion, Seth Rollins.
All right, here come the champions.
Gentlemen, in mere moments, you will take on Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley, but how do you focus on this match when the threat of the Beast in the Bank, Brock Lesnar, hangs
Oh, I'd bet anything that Nicholas will win the 24/7 belt. Then he'll be a two-time champion in WWE. I will bet anything that that will happen. You're right, Drippy.
Also know that Lashley and Corbin are legit.
Yeah, you know, Kofi's right. We know that nobody likes Lashley. Nobody in the world likes Corbin. Not one person, actually.
Not one person in the world.
A human that's ever existed in all of space and time. But that doesn't make him any less dangerous. And we know, yeah, we know Lesnar's lurking, but we got to take care of Bob and Corbin first.
All right, well, what do you think? Who do you think Brock would prefer to cash in on if given the opportunity?
Well, you know what? That's for him to know and for us to find out. All I know is this. I've worked so hard to become WWE champion. So not only am I ready to visit Suplex City, but I'm also ready to survive it and remain your WWE World.
I like how Seth looks at Kofi when he's gyrating. Where your hips at, Seth? That would have been my response too. I'm like, you don't want me dancing, believe me. Charlie, you're welcome to.
This would be awkward. Sharing these nachos with anyone but yourself. Nachos are now a meal with your choice of double the seasoned beef.
Yeah, and plus, when you have a 24/7 title, you know you're going to have
The $5 grande nachos box.
fucked up people winning it to try to be funny. You're going to have referees and production guys and you have a little old lady win it or something. I could win it. I wouldn't want it. I would never hang that ugly piece of shit behind me on the wall there. No. Yeah, poor Mick Foley. He's probably going to get all sorts of shit on Twitter. He didn't do nothing. Except what that dumbass company told him to do. Poor fella.
He's the same type of person who will have your back throughout the entire car buying or selling experience. Because helping people is what CarMax people are all about. What do they call you?
Well, they could bring Tom McGee in to win it.
Are we in trouble?
Only if you get caught. So let it. PG. Somehow, Dish has over 80,000 on-demand movies and shows. 80,000. Why?
I mean, it will technically, too. I mean, I would assume that it has a chance to become an intergender title, you know. I think a female will wind up picking that thing up. I think a couple of women won the hardcore title, right? So I guarantee you we're going to have at least a couple of women winning that 24/7.
Dish. Tuned to you.
Create your favorite top, extra-most bestest pizza on our app. Then skip the register and pick up your pizza in our heated pizza portal. Or pick up a large,
See, I wish I liked pizza because it seems like really easy to order them these days. On your phone and shit. Yeah, I don't even want to speculate on all the different winners of this title. It's just going to be so dumb. Oh, I can't wait to get out of here tonight and get Raw over with. We got 27 minutes left of, well, might actually be a pretty good match, but damn. Pretty good audience in here, too. 300 folks. Smash the thumbs up during this commercial break. Make sure you subscribe. Hang out with me every Monday and suffer through this bullshit with me. Couldn't do it without you. Couldn't do it without you. No, Soup Dog, I've talked about that before. I'm one of the rare people in the world that's not just a big fan of pizza. I've never really eaten it my whole life. I know I'm weird. Something's wrong with me. The Radkeys just looks like it's Chrisley's, but with a different name. Thanks for another $2, Mike Witt. One of my cats would win the belt, maybe. I don't want them to have to carry around that thing either, and I sure as hell don't want that in my house. Authors of Pain, one of them is injured. That's all I know about them right now for the moment. No, Tanvir, the only reason I do Mondays is because I'm just happen to be off that from work. I've had Mondays off my whole life. So I'm usually 9 times out of 10, I'm at work on Tuesday nights. But I have done a couple of SmackDown watch-alongs before, but they're very rare. They might become a little bit more common in the fall when they move to Fox. If I get some Friday nights off or whatever, I'll do one. Oh, so that's how... Oh, I thought that was the spot where he busted his nose. Look at how far off the mat Joe's shoulder is. Like I said last night, his whole half of his back. God, he really got his face busted up bad, man. Ouch. Is that legit, the separated shoulder? He's a U.S. champ, man.
Everyone witnessed what happened last night. My shoulders were never fully on the mat. I was never pinned, and therefore I never lost.
It's hard to tell if Joe's nose is really broke because it's so damn big as it is.
My United States Championship around the waist of Rey Mysterio. It's okay, I'm not angry. I'm not mad because mistakes were made. That's all water under the bridge. And I know you know this too.
Yes, I did see that Joe and Bray had their little demon baby.
A honorable and virtuous man. A caring and loving husband and father. And more importantly, a man with a reputation that spans the globe. One that I know that you would never tarnish by accepting the results of the travesty that occurred at Money in the Bank. Though Ray, I know you. And though I am not a compassionate man,
Why am I listening to the Samoa Joe promo like I give a shit? Joe, just get on with it. We got a main event to worry about here.
to do the right thing and hand me back my United States Championship.
Now, Joe,
I'm giving you the
you're a veteran. When has that ever worked?
so be the man.
When some disgruntled asshole comes out to the ring and says, I demand that you hand the belt back over to me. When has the champion ever said, okay, here you go? You should know better, Joe.
Imagine the example
This ain't your first rodeo.
set for you.
It's like your 100th rodeo. All right, so Ray is not the champ. State of the United States title next week. That was fast. Joe got the broken nose, but Ray got the injury. When it rains, it pours, huh? Oh God, there's Rude leaving the ring, leaving the arena. Truth. Get in the trunk. They won't see you. Why would you get in the trunk and let R-Truth close you in there with keys in his hand? Well, you know R-Truth is going to win this belt. Truth has got to attack him here, right? That's a referee. Oh, Jesus. Oh, we're have our third title change tonight. Oh yeah, they got to give it to a SmackDown guy so they can have it on the fucking SmackDown show tomorrow, and they can have that shit all over the place. All right. Hopefully somebody cashes it in at Waffle House. That was good. I didn't think it was. I mean, how it was dumb. Like, who the fuck? What? Why would you get in the trunk? And why would you trust R-Truth for a second? Those pancakes have got to be frozen pancakes. All right, 4 entrances, and then a match that's gonna last, I don't know, maybe 16 minutes after commercials. Actually, probably more like 12. Am I Brock Lesnar's son? Yeah, I am. I am. I'm older than him, but I'm still his son. R-Truth, why wouldn't you believe him? Like, if I'm running through a parking lot and R-Truth is standing there with an open trunk saying, "Get in!" The last thing in the world I'm doing is getting in. I'm like, no, I'm good, R-Truth, I'm good. I'll hang right here. Oh, yeah, little Jimmy could win. It would be fun to see Pat Patterson, right? Make a comeback. I like that idea. Win it just for shits and giggles. Did he win it, or did just Briscoe win it? I think they both won it, right? Kevin Dunn will be the next 24/7 champ. Maybe not. His teeth will do a run in and cost him the match. Jim Cornette versus Vince Russo at Double or Nothing. You know what I would do? I would put them both in the ring and give them each a lead pipe. 1 lead pipe each. And just watch them beat the shit out of each other. The rage, especially in Cornette. That would be a fun thing to watch. It'd be like a cockfight. Grilled cheese sounds fabulous. Yeah, eat up. You got a lot of traveling to do. I hate traveling, and I hate being hungry when I'm traveling even worse than traveling.
Smoking as a teen can stunt your lungs.
Yeah, it does look like the Flava Flav clock. It just looks like a clock. And the funny thing is, it has the word champion underneath where, like, the numbers on the clock would be, and the big slash in the 24/7 looks like the hand on a clock. Like, yeah, you win a clock. And plus, I really struggle to see what the motivation is to fight for this title. Like, all Mick Foley really did was come out and say this is a championship. It doesn't mean, oh, it'll put you at the top of the mountain or move you to the head of the line for title shots or, you know, increase your value or anything like that. It's just like, oh, you just get an ugly-ass belt. That's it. So have fun killing each other for this thing that at the end of the day means nothing. Yeah, it's just a tool to give the jobbers something to do. That's all this is. Who knows, maybe come mid-June, this will turn out to be the greatest idea ever. And I really hope that it does. I just ain't holding my breath. Oh yeah, it is supposed to be a clock because of the 24/7. It still just looks stupid. It shouldn't be a clock, it should be a calendar. It's 24/7. Man, he's had a whole commercial break full of pancake tossing. Alright, we're getting a movie trailer now. Alright, whatever. I mean, I'm curious, too, how far WWE will take it, because with this rule, there's no rules, and you can literally having anybody anytime win this thing. I'm curious how extreme they get it, how nuts it gets. You know, maybe on pay-per-views they save some of their really crazy ideas, maybe their airport, restaurant, bar type of scenes for pay-per-views, maybe. And then on Raw, just have them running around all over the place. It's just extra shit to write and extra shit to produce. More for the production team. So does that mean We Are Pro Wrestling? Does that mean you can reduce that to once a week, right? 48-14? Once a week you'll defend it. Who the hell's from Davenport, Iowa, other than Seth? Thanks again to everybody hanging out tonight, too, by the way. Thanks for all the fun chatter and the super chats and the great audience and the likes and the subscriptions and all that stuff. Appreciate it, y'all. Oh, God, Baron Corbin. Attacking Seth on the stage. Kofi's running up to try to make the save. Now Lashley's out there, and we got a brawl before the match even starts. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, man. You injure a couple of these champions, Brock Lesnar is supposed to still be lurking. Let's not forget, we actually do have a chance to have a new champion tonight, even though I think it's unlikely. Yeah, they are really dimming down the lights every time a match starts. mean, they could do it. They could injure one of these guys, but I still say no.
Insurmountable mountain to climb for Rollins and Kingston tonight against these two men. Earlier in the night,
I mean, unless they put the belt on Brock here tonight, you have him come out and cash in on Seth. And then Seth gets a rematch in Saudi Arabia. They could do that.
they're not worried about tag
Title change would feel out of place here tonight. This has been a wacky-ass Raw.
nation. There's no way they're focused on
Zeus winning the 24/7 belt.
Kofi and Seth talked to Big
Good old Zeus, man. Thanks for another $2, Scott Moss. You are awesome. All y'all are awesome.
Rollins said, let's do it here tonight. Tag made. Here comes Kingston. Kofi launches himself off the top rope and takes down Lashley.
The problem is, it's not Kofi's decision. It's not Seth Rollins' decision. It's Brock Lesnar's decision. When
Can't wait till tomorrow night when we get Big E. You know Brock's not going to cash in on Kofi tonight because we're getting a welcome back Big E celebration tomorrow. They're not going to rain on that parade by having Kofi lose a belt here.
Kingston to Lashley. Kofi and Seth need to put this match away early and get out of Dodge. Because as Paul Heyman said, they are vulnerable to the greatest assassin in WWE history, and his name's Brock Lesnar.
most decorated athlete in combat sports history with a guaranteed contract for a championship opportunity at the moment of his choosing. It does not get any more threatening than that.
What's going on, Greg? How are you?
Down goes Lashley. Kofi looking to put Bobby away. Hook of the leg, and Baron Corbin with his quickness and speed. Saving this matchup, and then he clocks Seth with the right hand.
Look at this right now. Essentially, Kofi Kingston is a sitting duck. If Brock Lesnar were to choose right here, right now, you're going to have a brand new WWE champion.
What about Seth Rollins? He hasn't even made it up back onto his feet outside the ring yet. He's a sitting duck as well.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Because all of a sudden it's a no disqualification.
I've heard some people talking about Big E turning heel tomorrow. Maybe.
Driving him into the barricade.
What's Kofi doing right now? Let's think. He did beat Owens clean. Seemingly, he kind of has nothing to do at the moment.
Lashley, Corbin dominated, and Brock is still here.
So we got a chance to do it. I don't know. I kind of want to hold off on it, but it might be possible. Because otherwise, who's Kofi going to work with next, you know?
We got this so good. That thing on the bite. Not really Italian, just really delicious. The new chicken parmesan sandwich, only at Burger King. Red Rover, Red Rover. Send Reese's Pieces over.
Well, we got a whole bunch of nominees to win this title. So basically what y'all are saying is anybody can win this thing.
Milk chocolate, Reese's Pieces. Now in one bar. The type of person who would never leave anyone hanging is the same type of person who will have your back throughout the entire car buying or selling experience. Because helping people is what CarMax people are all about.
I'm really interested to see just what a lot of the feedback is like online from fans, podcasters, people like that on this 24/7 nonsense. I don't know if everybody's gonna feel like me because I'm usually not freaking out and shitting on stuff. I don't do that. I just really am like, I don't know about this one. My gut tells me it's gonna be stupid, and my gut's usually right.
Twisted tea, hard iced tea, on one with a twist.
It's a very weird ketchup commercial. Yeah, so a lot of people don't want him to cash in tonight. I mean, I think it would be interesting if he cashed in and like I said, had the match in Saudi Arabia and he won the title for any reason. It means he won 2 titles in Saudi Arabia? That's nuts. And plus, you know, Heyman made it known in the opening segment, like, Brock's going to stick around, so it might have just been a tease to get us to make sure we watch the main event, and he's not there, he's already on a plane home. Or maybe he's going to come out there and just tease us and ultimately not cash it in. Or if he's going to come out there and cash it in. But based on the way this Raw feels, I don't know, I just don't feel a cash in right now.
Domino's has a large 5.99 carry-out special. The deal is amazing. For
Brock cashing in on Becky, that would be even better. Hell yeah, I'd be into that. So I know nothing, of course, about Game of Thrones. Never seen it, don't know shit about it. But apparently the final episode was last night, and it was kind of disappointing. Is that what I'm hearing? So I guess they know what it feels like to be a wrestling fan now. All right, we got 6 minutes to wrap this up.
Champion or the Universal Champion. No matter whoever he decides to cash in against.
Michael Cole.
Odds are not looking good for Seth or Kofi right now.
A slight play creates a little space. There's no disqualification. Has very little to do with this.
Yeah, everybody was like mad about it, which I kind of found hilarious.
Kofi and Rollins jump from before the matchup. And it's going to get worse. Corbin, choke slam right out of the apron.
Now we're getting a chair burial here. Hi, buddy, man. The stream is like done in 5 minutes. Can't you just wait? Yeah, 6 minutes. Raw's been ending on time for a while. There's no overrun anymore. Twanky. Dude, this is not gonna work, dude. Here, you know what? You gotta get down. Sorry. Not right now. I mean, I care very little about this match. We're almost done. Now, Southern MicWork winning the 24/7 title would be awesome. I'd probably win it at Bojangles. I cash it in at, or I'd win the title at Bojangles. Jumping the champion while he's having a biscuit. I'll pin him over by the trash cans. Oh, Seth is bringing chairs in there now.
Big right hand from Corbin. Kick from the Universal Champ connects. Rollins trying to build some momentum. Knee finds the mark.
Always fight left in the Universal.
All right, Rollins is fighting off both of them here. Yeah, we're gonna
Rollins doesn't know the meaning of the word.
be getting to the end here in a minute.
Face of Lashley. Seth Rollins down.
2.5 minutes left.
Corbin, the Universal Champion, getting fired up. Looking to burn it down here on Raw.
And he knows the words to burn it down.
Hmm.
The workhorse of Monday Night Raw. Bobby Lashley putting a stop to it. Yeah, just picking Rollins right out of the ring.
I mean, if we get all this just for like a DQ or something.
The Almighty just too powerful. How strong.
Whoa. Botch that, guys. Oh, God.
And sent Bobby over the top rope. And Baron Corbin as well. Ropes like a barnacle.
Time to make a big move.
Here comes Rollins. This time it pays off. Rally time for the Universal Champion of the WWE.
Now Kofi's going for the big dive. We got less than 2 minutes left, so whatever you're gonna do it. Maybe Brock's music hits and it distracts somebody, a champion, and they get pinned, but then Brock never cashes in. Okay, Kofi nailed Trouble in Paradise on Corbin. That'll probably do it. No? Yeah, good. Corbin had his eyes open. I thought he was looking to kick out. Oh, Lashley spears him. Oh, shit. There's no time for Brock to come in and cash in. Now Lashley with a chair, threatening to beat the hell out of these guys with about a minute left. Missed. All right, they fought back. Oh, they'll get Lashley out of there. Here's Brock. He's not cashing in. No way. See, they're standing up. Seth's got a chair. Brock's not going to do it. There's no time. Show's over. No time. He's just going to walk around the ring. He's not going to do it. He hasn't wrestled on Raw in 18 years. He ain't going to start now. Plus, it's top of the hour. Roll credits. Okay. So Paul Heyman says they're coming back next week to tell the whole world who Brock's going to cash in on. And I'm sure that match will be set for Saudi Arabia. And if he's really going to cash it in on only one, I think he's going to pick Seth. Or he trades in on both, or cashes in on both and wants both belts. And it's a three-way in Saudi Arabia. Oh, man, all right. There's another 3-hour fucking snooze fest in the books. Yeah, 24/7 rule, not really a fan of. That was probably the biggest news coming out of tonight. We didn't find out anything new about Brock Lesnar. All we do know is he'll be showing up next week to supposedly announce who he's going to face and cash in the contract against. Guessing it's going to be Seth or possibly both in a triple threat, and that match will definitely be in Saudi Arabia. So all the promotion for the next couple weeks is going to be based on Super Showdown. So, yeah. Not a great Raw tonight. 2 out of 10. Had a solid audience in here, though, all night. Felt like the numbers were getting back to normal here. I'm used to, more of a 300 people range at a time in here for Raws and stuff, so that was kind of cool. And Joshua, I will look at the other side of that coin. The entire world is completely appalled by Brock Lesnar winning that briefcase, and they're not all wrong at all. But one thing I will say is if Brock were to hang on to it, then yes, I think he could be a fun briefcase holder. He could do some shit and tease us and be a jerk off and all that stuff. But I feel like it's going to be cashed in so quickly here in Saudi Arabia that we're not going to have a chance to have that type of fun. So I'm pretty much just not a fan of it. Especially with Bayley also cashing in. Now we don't have a briefcase. I was hoping to have a briefcase on TV, especially bouncing to both shows for a few months. Build some suspense and shit. I thought that could have been good. That ain't going to happen now. So I'm a big thumbs downer on that Brock briefcase win. If for no other reason than for that. I'm not crazy like, I'm sick of Brock. I never want to see him again. WWE should fire him. No. Not like that. It's not that. It's just I don't think that's not who I would have put it on. -5 out of 0 tonight for Raw. A lot of people giving it an F. 1.5 and 2 to me. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Wait, I'm only a 2 out of 10 on this show? This show is a 10 out of 10. What you talking about? Per WrestleVotes on Twitter, the script was not done when they went on the air. Not surprising. We've heard stories like that before. Yeah, go shoot Catherine a follow over on Twitter at CatBRose, and follow her journey throughout London and Paris. Have fun. Be careful. Catch you in a couple weeks. Travel safe. Eat your cheese. Drink your wine. That's better, Lisa. 11. That I'll take. 11 out of 10. Yeah, well, I want to get out of here because I got some more shit to work on. I've got some dinner to make. I want to probably finish up watching the rest of that Becky Lynch documentary. I've got some videos coming to the channel this week. I will be up on Thursday to discuss the 20-year anniversary of Owen Hart's death, which is just unbelievable it's been that long. And then I will be up this weekend, Saturday, live streaming my reaction to Double or Nothing. That's going to be fun. Apparently you can now, it's been all announced and figured out. I can stream it. BR Live is going to be the place to find that, stream it here in the U.S. It's all kind of tied into their TV deal. So I think Turner or TNT partners up with them. So that's going to be fun. That'll be this Saturday. So you'll get Owen Hart video Thursday, and you'll get me on Saturday reacting to the Double or Nothing, and that's probably it for this week. And then starting next week, I might have a new channel segment debuting, or some of those changes that I've been promising. You're going to start seeing them next week. Worst case scenario, week after that, but I think you're going to see a couple of them next week. So anyway, y'all take it easy. Have a good night. Be good. I appreciate you hanging out as always, and I'll talk to you in just a couple days for Owen Hart. Be good. Peace.